Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
The benefits of choosing a career in the union construction industry are truly limitless.
Some of the things that I've worked on that I'm extremely proud of are some of the pipe racks that we just built for Eli Lilly.
Yeah, there's a lot of different avenues to grow and to advance in your career.
If you're a senior and college isn't for you, in the trades there's so many opportunities. You get to work with your hands, you get trained for free, and the options are unlimited. You can do so many different things with this career.
I'm Jesse Boydchild with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was in second grade. My favorite football memory, each time that we went to Woodland Bible Camp, spending 3 days on the grind.
My name is Brennan McBride. I'm with the senior class. I'm playing football since I was about 4 years old. Favorite memory would probably be beating Sullivan twice in 1 year.
Hi, my name's Tebow. I'm in 12th grade. I've played football since I was in second. And my favorite memory with the boys is Woodland Bible Camp.
I'm Colin Webster. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was in second grade. And my favorite memory has to be when we beat Sullivan on their home field for the sectional championship.
I'm Hayden Feltner. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since the second grade. Favorite memories beating Sullivan in the sectional championship.
My name's Hank Jennings. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was about 3 years old, and my favorite memory is probably chasing half the team around with a big old snake at Woodland Bible Camp.
We're very excited here at Linton Stockton Schools this year for another fall sports season. Our girls golf, boys tennis, cross country, football, and volleyball teams have begun their seasons successfully thus far, and we're looking forward to a great build-up to the tournament, IHSA sectionals and beyond for the teams this year. Certainly the kids have put in the practice and the effort to get the season started. Coaches have put in their efforts, and we know the combination of those things are going to get us where we want to be, and that is cheering the Miner Nation on in the later fall months.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Linton Miner Football as the Linton Miners are hosting tonight Sullivan. And as the coach told us 1 week ago when we did the post game after winning a tough ball game, he said, it's Sullivan. That's all you need to know.
Actually, he said, if you're not prepared to play Sullivan, you don't deserve to wear the Linton Miner football jersey.
That's exactly right. That is what he said. That's Big D, Dan Phillips, Heather Rader, Bill Riley, and yours truly, Kevin Rader, getting ready to watch what I always think is the game of the year. I know there's bigger games coming down the pike if we're fortunate enough in postseason, but right now you just have to consider this the game of the year, Big D.
Well, in terms of local flavor, you really can't beat it. These two schools, for those who are listening or watching from afar, 15 miles away, a rich history, 111 times they've met, according to Rex Tuttle, who just a bevy of information.
And 99 or something like that consecutive.
So next year will be the 100th straight, and I don't know in terms of the state who has a long one, although there are others that do, but this one is sort of bragging rights for the entire year, and people work together in coal mines and work together growing up, and Linton has had Sullivan's number, for the last several years, I believe winning 6 in a row, And the last 2 games, Kevin, have been just absolute doozies.
And, it's a generational thing. Dad played against Sullivan. Granddad may have even played against Sullivan. And take it the other way. For Sullivan, it's like Granddad may have played against Linton. It's just that way.
And sometimes
generations.
I believe you have guys that could be cousins that are going at it. There's just a line that divides the county there, and Duggar's kind of between us both. And it really is enjoyable to see. You expect a big turnout. Thankfully, the weather has turned out to be really a perfect night. In Vincennes, where I came up, it had been raining all morning. I'm not sure about up here.
This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show, and we're certainly glad you were able to join us. You can call Ross and his staff at Jordan and Vaught for all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, and life needs. His friendly staff will treat you like family, making sure that you are covered. Call 812-384-3535 today. That's Jordan and Vaught Insurance. So looking at the weather, as Big D was talking about that, right now at about 72 degrees, winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles an hour, some gusting up to 11 miles an hour. Now, are we going to see any more rain? There was talk that we might see some around 8 o'clock. So we'll see how far down the pike we get in the game before. And you know what? Sometimes you can just sneak a game in.
Right, and we can see the flag down at the south end zone, and it's blowing pretty brisky. So now you have to wonder any downfield passing, how that's affected in the game, and also the wet field. I wasn't down there, but it looks like it held the water pretty well or drained it pretty good. But like you, I saw the clouds as well, and I know the Vincennes folks are talking about would they get the game in before it hit or not. And we got an hour, so I'm not sure we'll be able to. But this is really the game of the year for local. I mean, the Miners are riding on a 2-game winning streak. I don't think they played their best at Western. I think they're still searching to make the parts all work. You see some changes going around. We don't know Paul Oliver's out there for Sullivan. They've been without their starting quarterback, Blake Fart. I got the name wrong already.
Let me uncover this.
There we go. Blake Fraker is his name. Just a sophomore last year. Guess he broke a collarbone, so that they've been going with Paul Ridgway. And as you said, he's got some size to him. But
6'5", it's like a quarterback from last week.
And he hangs tight and runs the ball up the middle. But they've always been kind of a passing team, so we'll see how that works out.
And I know I don't want to uncover or release anything too early because Big D will have this more in his pregame later on. But I was intrigued by something, so I really sat down and crunched the numbers about the size of Sullivan up front.
Yeah.
So let's look at this, Big D. Sullivan coming in with an offensive line averaging 6'2", 273 pounds.
Yeah.
Linton comes in with a defensive line averaging 6 feet, 215. If you flip it around, Sullivan's defensive line averaging 6'2", 270. Linton averaging 6 foot, 205. There is some big difference in the size of players we're putting out there.
So it's power versus quickness and speed. That's what it is. And Linton, we've always run the east-west game to try to drain the strength of those heavy linemen. Now, when you watch Sullivan out there, this kid, 6'1", 340, is at center, and they got a kid that's 6'3", 280 on the tackle side, and they got a kid on the defensive side. He's another 280 pounds.
And the 300, 340, whatever that is also the nose guard on defense. And if you look at our center, he's not necessarily large in size. He's quick.
You just have to shove him an inch to let Goodman get by there. That's what we'll probably do. But I think like Western did when they came out the second half, I think they decided to put brute strength, and they had some success going right up the gut. Our two linebackers, Andrews and Goodman, each had 16 tackles last week. Andrews and Goodman are, as long as they're getting free to the ball, they're saving the games.
I want to toss this over to Heather, but I want to say one more thing. When you talk about that size, you keep something else in mind. Sullivan's coming in at 1-2. So something is not working as well as you might think when you're that big. Yeah. Linton coming in at 2-1. We know that first game. Look, honestly, they were shellacked.
Yeah.
But the last two games, but all three have been physical. I think this will be physical again tonight.
We could both be winless, and this is going to be physical. This is a Bears versus Packers type of contest. But I think that I totally lost my train of thought. Sullivan you got to look at who they played. South Vermilion is 3-0, and they took them to the fourth quarter. And then Northview is just a very talented team. They were down 35-0 in that quick. So they really didn't get a chance to do much. And they probably look at this as a winnable game. Like I said, Linton with Monrovia was a hard-fought game. And that Western game, we had to dig in and make some plays. So, I mean, I like the fact we've responded because we both left this booth after that Marion local game going, uh-oh.
And what did Coach Oliver say at the end? They hit us in the mouth, and we didn't answer back.
Right.
The last 2 weeks, they have. This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. I'm going to turn it over to Heather.
We're going to take a really quick timeout to hear from our pregame sponsor, Jordan and Vaught Insurance. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
At Jordan and Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan and Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. And a couple of days ago, we went to Facebook and said we'd like to see some of your favorite Linton Sullivan photographs, whether they be candids or whether they be ones that had been sent in by you. So we picked 3 that were submitted within the last day that we'd like to share here publicly on the page. Here's one that was submitted by Amanda Smith. We also have one submitted by Amy Esslinger, which she said this was her favorite end zone photo. And then this was from last year, submitted by Wyatt Stone when the Linton Miners traveled to Sullivan High School. As a reminder, today's broadcast is free to view at home to all of you, and thanks to the many sponsors that you're going to see in rotation tonight, including our Miner Pride sponsors. These sponsors have signed on to be promoted in every broadcast we do from the beginning of August to the end of May. The Grill of Linton, Team Ortho, Linton Sporting Goods, Audrey Sparks with Richard Brown Insurance, Jathan Wright of Indiana Farm Bureau, Michelle Stanger of Stanger Homes, Crane Credit Union, Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets, Alicia Cornelius of Indiana Farm Bureau, E2 Custom Creations, and Jordan and Vaught Insurance of Bloomfield. We'd also like to mention, too, that the IHSAA Boys Football State Tournament Pairing Show is Sunday, October the 13th. Here you can see on your screen the details of this. It will be happening at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can see the red arrow on the screen. This is where you're going to click on the IHSAA Champions Network to be able to watch that live. So we're very excited to be able to share that information with all of you. We'd also like to mention that tomorrow's middle school football game against Terre Haute Boys and Girls Club that's happening here at 10 a.m. will be put up in automation with video only. So if you are a parent or a grandparent, you'll be able to see the middle school football team right here on the Indiana Champions Network on our page as well. Our next broadcast at home is 3 weeks from tonight when the North Knox Warriors head to the Roy for homecoming, and that will be our next home broadcast. So in addition to the football game, Bryn Anderson, the 2023 homecoming queen, will pass down her crown, and candidates were announced this week. So follow our Facebook page for all of those details. Kevin?
And the junior varsity, aren't they on the road or something tomorrow in volleyball?
Volleyball junior varsity will be in Bloomington North playing one heck of a tournament. We advertised this last night during their broadcast, and you'll find all of that information on our Facebook page. We're going to take a really quick timeout to hear from one of our Miner Pride sponsors, Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need to list a property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Welcome back to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show here. We go down our list of sponsors tonight. The press box sponsor is Walton Funeral Home, dedicated to professional and compassionate service that leaves kind memories since 1915 in funeral pre-planning for peace of mind. From one generation to the next, from one family to another, Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. Our families have been there for this community for over a century and look forward to serving for many more years to come. Your lamp of hope when you need us most. That's Walton Funeral Home. Starting lineups will be brought to you by Klusner Construction of Linton. Whether it's a remodel or new construction, you know it'll be done right the first time, every time, when you choose Klusner Construction. Call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today. The quarter sponsor is Key Associates of Linton, serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Key Associates of Linton, LLC, has helped generations of clients buy and sell homes, whether you're looking to buy your dream home or your next investment, or sell your home to enter into the next chapter of your life. Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks are there for you every step of the way. Our halftime sponsors, Bender Lumber. Best of luck to the Linton Miners this season. Bender Lumber proudly supports our area student athletes. From building supplies to expert help with your projects, Bender Lumber has you covered. Everyone at Bender Lumber in Linton is rooting for the Miners. Their scoreboard sponsor tonight, Linton Cycle Sales. Linton Cycle Sales in southern Indiana's most preferred power sports dealer since 1973 and have been proudly serving our community for over 50 years. Dane, his staff, and offers sales, service, and parts. Come and see us for the best deals in the area. That's Linton Cycle Sales, our scoreboard sponsor tonight. The touchdown sponsor, Michelle Stanger of Stanger Homes. When you're buying a home, Michelle Stanger with Stanger Homes will explain to you hidden costs such as land transfer fees, mortgage costs, legal costs, home and title insurance, home inspections, and much more. Give Michelle Stanger a call at 812-219-2307. And last but certainly not least, our post-game sponsor, E2 Custom Creations. They offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Product services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. Heather?
So as a reminder, we are available to view on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network and Rader Media Sports, but by clicking the live stream link. Right now you can see our call letters for our Facebook page. If you would like to go to our Facebook page and see the graphic that shows the middle of the field as well as where you can view, feel free to leave a comment to any player, whether it be Linton or Sullivan. Let them know that you're watching, and we could possibly give you a shout out on the air. We're going to take a really quick time out to hear from one of our Miner Pride sponsors, Richard Brown Insurance. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you, or give me a call at 812-847-4798.
Welcome back to the Roy, and welcome to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. Kevin Rader, Big D, Dan Phillips, Heather Rader, Bill Riley, all here tonight, the team. Big D, I want to turn to you again because I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Uh-oh.
This is the 25th consecutive year you've been doing these games.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, that's well, no, you got me completely caught by surprise on that one. The easiest one is clearly the state final championship. I think that easily is number one, just because we finally got over the hill and finally did it. And when Tyler Mears scored from, winning that last time, the sound of that crowd when he and the Pioneer linebacker hit each other and pounded, and you heard, it was a collective, and it was a source of, it felt like that moment when you passed over the final barrier. It was really unbelievable. And Darren Clayton was with me, and we'd done a lot of games. But gosh, before that, probably I would say, even though we got to the state, beating North Vermilion that year to get to the state, the over the hump of that semi-state, which we tried 8-9 times, and Kevin, we'd been so close, the half-yard line. When you're 15 points up with 6 minutes, all Linton fans know. You can almost recite them by memory when on your dying breath to name the things. But finally to win that was something else. But I'm definitely going to look around. The Sullivan games, and we've done a couple of them. The overtime game where Hunter Jennings went around the end in overtime to win that one. And last year's game where we look like Paul fumbles going in the end zone and it looks like the game is done, blocks a punt, and then goes down the field and scores with it. And then Sullivan comes back and misses I remember Hayden Felter laid out, and it looked like a touchdown, and he knocked it down. And the last play on that fourth down where Pirtle come across the middle and it hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. And that was 14-12, not an offensive powerhouse of a game, but I could probably – Sullivan Linton is always going to be at the top just because that's how it is when you grow up around there. And for those who don't know, my dad was a head coach at Sullivan, so – in the 70s, 73, I remember as a kid coming over here getting water for my dad's team. I was a little kid that ran out in the huddle with the little water bottles, and I learned real quick, real early what the rivalry was when we moved to Linton from Sullivan. It immediately became intenser.
Yeah, you talk about the state title in football. I often think that this town has been so blessed for the size of community it is to have the success they have had in girls basketball, volleyball, football,
and golf.
Baseball,
softball. It's just been incredible.
Every sport. It just seems like there's not a dry point. You keep waiting for there to be a dry point, and I want
you got track members going and cross country members going to state finals.
It's just that I don't know what, and other schools have good too, but you usually see a program successful 4 or 5 years, then they have a lull. Then they pick up, and people always ask me in terms of minor football. It's just to come up and watch the youth league on Saturday.
So one question that I've seen circulating Facebook quite a bit the last couple of days, and I answered this question today on a couple people's posts. They're asking if kids get in free to Linton sporting events, and kids that are 5th grade and under get in free as long as they're accompanied by a paying adult. So plenty of time if you're at home and you've got children, under the, 5th grade and under, you want to bring them out and see a ball game. You can bring them to any sporting event during the year as long as they're with a paying adult. So we'd like to just kind of address that question because I've seen that floating a lot this week. I think you hear a lot of schools offering different types of programs where so many can get in per parent, or so many are getting in so many games free. There are quite a bit of opportunities for people to save. You can purchase passes for students. You can buy a $25 pass, and it gets you into all the ball games. Or we bought one for my dad that is a senior citizen pass, so you can get into so many games for $50. Or one thing that they do offer is called a punch pass, and the punch pass allows you to essentially buy for so many games. So want to be able to, I know that I've seen a few things tonight trying to determine whether they're going to come and bring kids or whether they're going to stay home and watch it. Obviously, the goal is to have as many people in the stands and in the end zones as you possibly can.
Yeah, and a great environment, Heather. This is a great environment to have a kid at and come out. And
they should see this.
Greatest memories are as we look down the south end zone, you see kids running around and playing and rolling around on the grass. I would like that.
Now, I can think of something else, Heather, that you've had to address literally all week, and that's the fact that, and again, we say this every week for multiple times, Actually, if anyone ever says you have to pay to watch one of these games, you're on the wrong website. Just know that. Look and find us somewhere else, right, Heather?
Correct. I know that there's, obviously there's spam bots out there that want to try to pirate broadcast, and then there's also those that go out and just try to put it, maybe on a phone and try to make money off of it as well. And so we always like to remind everyone that these sponsors that you're seeing in rotation in the top of the broadcast have made this free to view at home for all of you. And so you never have to pay for our broadcast during regular season. The only time that you have to pay for a broadcast is if you get to a tournament level and it's semi-state and above, and then the IHSAA takes over at that point in time. So just keep that in mind. Once we put out game graphics and so forth, it's not uncommon for me to block about 25 people within the first 5 to 10 minutes. And by blocking, we're blocking spam bots that are trying to hack the broadcast. So just remember, and that's why you see on our Facebook page right now, if you see the very top post that we've made, it's a screenshot actually of the IHSAA identifier, and then it shows what the actual name of the broadcast will be, and that gives you the availability to go to the IHSAA Champions Network and be able to find us. So feel free to share with your friends and with your family if they need any help, and we're just glad to have all of you along.
Yeah, we really are, and I know we're still a couple of minutes away, I think, from giving Big D the license to go over all the starting lineups in this one. But I will tell you, it is just a beautiful night for football. You couldn't have ordered this.
Yeah.
The wind might be a little high right now, but I think that'll die down as the night proceeds.
Yeah, temperature-wise for football players, this is awesome. You're not going to sweat tremendously a lot. Clearly, we've seen Linton as well suited to four-quarter of action. Sullivan probably is as well, and both teams do that real well. But it'll be interesting how things come out. Will we look at the pass more? I mean, we had a lot of success with that, but yet we're still kind of at heart a ground and pound team, and we did a lot of that last week at Western.
Well, I thought it was interesting when the coach said last week on the post-game show that they have multiple ways they can go. They can do Paul Oliver back there, we hope. They can do, if they want to go with a running game, they can go with Goodman. If they want to do a passing game, they can go with McBride.
It's whatever the defense gives us.
And I think that has to be a nightmare for an opponent coming in here knowing that it's almost interchangeable.
And we knew that there were plans about having Paul Oliver get a lot of snaps at wide receiver. We knew that was coming. But I think what we've seen is Hayden Feltner has been really reliable and made some big plays. Cooper Smith downfield and Voigtchild as well. I think we made the comment last week that him being out there forces the defense. It opens opportunities for the other receivers, and they've come out and really made some big plays. And Braylon, he's hitting 60% of his passes. He's doing a great job of getting out of the pocket, mobile with his legs, and he makes these throws across the field, and almost like they've practiced that. So it's really an element that we haven't seen a whole lot. We knew coming into we were going to have to play that because defenses are going to put 9 in the box and defend our run until we show we can pass the ball.
I was just looking over at a banner over there that's in the crowd. I don't know that I understand it, so I'm not going to mention it, but it is a big banner on the other side. I was reading it, only Linton something. And
only Linton likes Linton.
That's it.
Yeah.
We've heard that before.
Yeah, that's not an unknown quantity. It's a special relationship between Linton and Sullivan.
This is the Jordan and Vaughn Insurance pregame show. We'll be back with more. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. 3 specialty clinics with 3 top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family, our family, caring for yours. The first year of Rader Media Sports proved to be an unmitigated success. Over 130 school events were live streamed. Over $13,000 in sponsorship money was donated back to the school in thanks to our sponsors for their willingness to invest in Rader Media Sports and the students of Linton Stockton School Corporation. We contracted to live stream football and basketball, but elected to go the extra mile to include volleyball, baseball, and softball as well. We promised to cover more than just athletics, and we did, including K through 11 classroom activities, senior highlights, and special events. Speaking of out of the classroom, RMS also pledged to work directly with students, so we created the Miners Broadcasting Club. Every Friday, we met these 7th to 12th grade members to discuss next week's activities. We were so fortunate to be able to include these students in production and announcing of live stream broadcasts. Senior Honors Night also gave us a chance to present the first ever Rader Media Sports Scholarship to a graduating member of our club. Thank you to those who were following our website and the social media platforms as well. Your sharing of daily posts and your comments have reached thousands across our community and beyond. Rader Media Sports offered an opportunity. The Linton Stockton School Board endorsed it, and our sponsors made it a reality. This is the kind of public and private partnership that other school districts can only hope to emulate. We appreciate this opportunity and vision the school board has shown and look forward to building on it in the future. Go Miners!
This is Rader Media Sports. Over the Miners!
Welcome back to the Roy, where, yes, it is Sullivan back in town. The boys are back in town. Be done right the first time, every time when you choose Klusner Construction. Call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today.
Taking a look at their starting lineup, it's going to be Paul Ridgway, a 6'5", 185 sophomore at quarterback. He can run the ball. He's their third leading rusher, and he can throw the ball pretty decently, 24-41 for 195, 58% completion ratio. They will usually run 4 wide, and you're going to see John Taft, a 6'2", 200-pound singer, Carson Granby at 6'1", 170 singer, and Jackson Trimble, a 6', 175 singer as well. A lot of singers. DJ Gaines, you'll see him in the backfield as well as in the slot. He's always been dangerous for the Arrows. Leighton Huff is going to be their main runner. He has just a little over 300 yards rushing, 6', 200-pounder, so he's got some power there. And as Kevin talked earlier, the line is huge, anchored by Braden Clem, the singer, 6'1", 340 pounds at center. On either side on guards is Adam McKinley.
And you heard that right. 6'3", right?
Yeah.
345 pounds.
It's not hard to spot him when he's out there. And so, he just needs to push. If I was a running back, just get right behind him and just roll. He's got Adam McKinley, 6', 245 sophomore on one side. Caden Bays, 5'10", 235 junior on the other. Eli Garrett, another hunk of a guy, 6'3", 280 pounds on the tackle, and 6'2", 220 for Bryce Deckard on the left side. Defensively, they're led by their 2 inside linebackers, Jaden Norris, a junior, 6'1", 210, and Huff, again, a senior. The outside backers, John Taft, seems like he's all over the place for the Arrows, a senior, 6'2", 220, and Jackson Trimble. They're going to be on the outside. Garrett will be down front along with Clem, so you got 2 defensive tackles in there at 280 and 345. If that's not enough, Layden Simmons, junior, 6'4", 285, is in the middle. So those 3 down linemen are not going to. They're not going to move. The backfield will be Cameron Farmer, a senior, 6'170", and Ethan Garrett, a kid that picked off a pass last year, 6'170" junior. Peyton Carlson is their second leading tackle. I like these 2 safeties. Carlson at 6'1", 175, and DJ Gaines, he moves from a linebacker out to the safety. So 2 guys that are going to be up there in run support. For the Miners, we're pretty sure we're going to see Russell Goodman by looking out on the field. He's kind of assumed the same role Paul did. It almost looks like Paul and how they run the offense. He's got 145 yards. He's completed 4 of 8 passes for 68 yards, got a nice touchdown pass. Voigtchild moved from wingback. He's now Jesse Voigtchild, to say, 5'7", 165. He is, of course, a dynamo. Leads the Miners with 240 yards rushing, a touchdown, also has a catch. Cooper Smith, kind of a versatile guy, was a wide receiver last year, 6'2", 175. He moved to wingback this year. Had a pretty decent game running last week. He's one of those guys that gets 3 or 4 touches, can put up 30 and 40 yards and almost break one. But more impressive last week was his 2 touchdown catches, and they weren't just tosses right to him. He had to make a move, make a catch, break a tackle. 4 catches, 65 yards. Then Hayden Feltner, Mr. Stability, 10 catches, 97 yards. Oh, so close to breaking it. Up front for the Miners, Corey Andrews and Hank Jennings are the 2 that come back from last year. Andrews, 6'3", 215. Hank Jennings, 6'2", 250. Dresden Kenworthy has stepped into the center spot where Blaine Kirkman graduated, 5'11", 175. Seems to have done a pretty solid job there. The right side, Aiden Sparks and Jacob Brenaway, 2 juniors are there, 6'2", 210, 5'10", 165. But you're also going to see Tyler Franklin, number 54, and 61, Tanner Scarborough, that are both going to be in there as well. So we got 4 guys now kind of working in that second spot. Defensively, man, Corey Andrews has been a complete menace. Menace is the word I like to use with him because he's just in on about every play. 16 tackles last week, 21 tackles the week before. Leads the Miners with 54 tackles. That overshadows the effort of Russell Goodman, who himself has 33 tackles. And remember, these guys are playing both ways all night, all the time. Cooper Smith, Paul Oliver, normally the outside bagger. What we saw last week was Aiden Sparks. He moved from the down lineman to the outside linebacker, which is kind of, interchanging positions, pretty amazing. Hank Jennings, Chris Lyons are the other 2 guys going to be down, along with, I don't want to miss his name, number 53, Trenton Howard. Made some good plays coming downfield away from the ball. A big man moving across the field. The backfield, as always, is going to get tested. Hayden Feltner has 2 picks, 2 beautiful run backs at 75-yarder. I looked at the film. They called a block in the back at about the 12-yard line as Hayden was going in. Braylon McBride, Colin Webster, Jesse Voigtchild, and let me not forget Harrison James. He's at the other cornerback now that Voigtchild isn't, and he's just a sophomore seeing a lot of action.
Well, let me say, though, I thought Feltner really showed us something in that return because he was elusive. I mean, he was running around. I mean, we've seen him before, but usually he's kind of a straight arrow, just running from point A to point B. But he really showed a little Jesse Voigtchild when he ran that return.
He started going left and right. Bodies were flying on that play. I mean, they were literally flying. People rolling around, and he cut back against the grain. And I thought, holy cow, he's gonna make it. But didn't get in. Jesse had a run like that too, where he came and, you had the great popcorn line that came out of nowhere that it described it perfectly as he was going left and right, east and west, jumping over people all over the place. And hard not to get excited when Jesse Voigtchild's carrying the ball.
Run, Jesse, run. We love to watch it.
So we would like to encourage all of you, as mentioned earlier, to go to the Facebook post and let us know where you're watching from, whether you're here, whether you're at home, whether you're on the road, whether you're on a cruise ship somewhere. And so we're going to go ahead and do a little catch-up here.
And we've had that happen.
We have, and I say that because it happened during fall break. Jeff Hall says he's watching in the north end zone. Amanda Burcham says she's in the stands. Brenda Shunk and Melody Thuis both at home. And then we have Big D. Here's one for you. Yep. Scott Bryant says hello from Monrovia again, and good luck to the Miners tonight, with a big hello to Big D.
Gotta love that guy. We keep in touch all the time, all week. We meet in week 2 and we talk back and forth. They got a big one tonight. They place the Triton Central team that's one of the best in the state.
We also should mention that for the second week in a row, we got a email message from Darren who says, "You're doing a great job on the broadcast, and we'll be watching the Miners game while we're at Eagle Crest versus Chaparral, and says, "Go Miners and go Raptors." So we do appreciate those kind words sent to our email inbox, and we'll be glad to share any of those that we receive during the game tonight, email or Facebook as well.
Yeah, we're glad to have people on board wherever you are tonight. I'm sure there's some folks in Sullivan who will be watching as well tonight. Now, they may not want to admit it, but they'll be watching.
Can I just say that this morning when I think all of us woke up and it was pouring down rain, which we needed the rain. We needed probably a lot more than what we received today. But I think the conditions are just absolutely beautiful right now, and as long as that rain stays away, this game will be, I don't want to necessarily say golden or red, but I think we're in a really good shape right now based on what the radar speaks for the rest of the night.
Weather can play such a huge role in a contest.
Right. I'm just really I'm hesitant to speak too early and say that we're golden here as far as having good weather because it's kind of like in a volleyball set. You say, oh, this might be match point, and then it doesn't happen. Yeah. So we're just really thankful to be able to bring this broadcast to all of you. We have a great photographer with us, and he's covered. Kevin, give me a rundown what he shot before in the sports department.
It would be hard to find things that Bill hasn't covered. I mean, he's covered Colts, Pacers, but he's also covered politics. He's also covered news. And, Bill, you're wired up. We can hear you. Are you over there?
Yeah, I'm over here.
I think he and I were talking a little bit before the game during setup that you'd worked at WTHI there in Terre Haute, and you'd mentioned that this was a football field that you don't remember being.
I don't remember coming to this one. I remember covering games in Sullivan, Vincennes, over in Illinois, few places. We always covered high schools in Illinois.
That must have been before the Linton minor program really started making a name for itself.
That could have been.
Well, I can figure that Bill was at Channel 13 for 40 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so I would say that would have been
I've done
before.
the research on Linton history, and I know there was a period there where the minors were a little rough, but and things were different. It wasn't as easy to get down there.
Yeah.
I worked from 78 to 82. So.
Well, those were my years. You mean you don't have any amazing footage of me somehow
dropping
that touchdown pass at Pike Central? I figured that'd have to be on film somewhere.
Wouldn't you be surprised if you went,
my
yeah,
God.
You're the one.
J.P. Muir, God rest his soul, he would remind me of that every single year, dropping a touchdown. We lost, though.
We should also mention hello to Betty Corbin, who's watching from home, says, "Go Miners, such fine young men and wonderful coaches." So we're very thankful for those that are watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network, as well as RaiderMediaSports.com, and then by clicking the live stream button as well. We are bringing you a number of camera views, and I'll go ahead and show you a few of those right now while we have just a couple of moments. We have our south end zone view. We have our north end zone view. We also have our follow coverage that Bill will be spanning the field during play. And then we also have our over the press box huddle cam. So we're very excited to be able to show the huddle cam during the halftime performances when the band comes out, as well as the national anthem.
You know, it is interesting this year because I think there were kind of high expectations both for football and also for volleyball. And they're both doing well, but I think they both have had to fight a little harder to get their victories this year than maybe we all thought they were going to have to. But they're showing the willingness to fight.
Well, having watched the volleyball, your guys' broadcast, and being there in person, there's a lot of talent there.
Boy, that 11-point comeback the other night, if you saw that in the fourth set, was maybe one of the most thrilling things I've ever covered.
And maybe that's the moment that it clicks for them, because that volleyball games, the ones they've lost, they have been right in it. You know, the ball hits the line, and you think, you know, they're losing by 2 or 3. And
against 4A schools or 3A schools.
Northview and good kind of talent. So you hope whenever we get to postseason that pays off. And with the minor football team, I think, you know, on paper you looked at it, so we got all this skill coming back. Lots of guys coming back. Then we, I think, realized, well, it's going to be a little harder to replace some of these 4-year starters than we thought. Paul getting injured kind of put a damper on it. And it's been a work in progress. I can see by watching them roll guys in and change positions and talking to some of the guys, you know, they're getting better every week. And that's the goal is, of course, to be reaching peak potential. The one thing we cannot have, Kevin, at all is injuries. We just don't have the depth. We only have so many kids out. You're seeing younger kids, Harrison James has already stepped into key position as a sophomore, and you see Tate Gamble, unfortunately, with the leg break. He was going to be the immediate backup in the backer and the running back. I mean, if that's what you're turning to as freshmen to come in and take key positions, depth is going to be a factor.
But he's a talented individual.
Sure he is,
He had earned that spot.
We knew last year as a freshman that he was going to be something. So the Miners are ranked 6th still in the state in the coaches poll, 7th in the coaches poll, 6 in AP. Miners with the 7th toughest rating at 65.26. Sullivan is at 50.81. So by the numbers there, Miners got to be a favorite. They're at home a little bit. How will we start out? That's what I want to see is the Arrows. What will they do? Coach Caton is now in his 3rd year, I believe, as the head coach, following Blaine Powell. Been here a long time. 13-12 is Mike Caton. Brian Oliver started in 2013. He's 117-25, stellar record for Coach Ollie. And we never bring this up, but it's got to be hard to be the head coach and the father of a son who probably wants to do more. And you've got your head says you're your coach, and your heart says you're the dad, and you want to protect him a little bit, not let him get hurt anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure he's thinking it, and let's face it, Paul is one of the better players on this football team, so don't you want him healthy? You do. You want him out there because he's such a plus for your football team, and he's a leader both on and off the field. And
All-State, him and Jennings and Andrews, but he's not seen any downs on defense since the first half of the first game. So his numbers won't be there, but you want him around when it counts. And it's made other guys get better, too. It's made other guys have to step up. And we have won 2 very hard contests, so that's not to take away. I almost think in some ways it's been beneficial.
I did notice there in warm-up that Dakota Catton, I guess that's how you say the coach's son, he played for ISU.
Yes.
And I noticed him out there on the field as probably an assistant, and he was out working with the team. So
he wreaked havoc on us. I mean, Dakota went to ISU, and I think he even had a little run with one of the NFL teams in training camp.
Actually, the Colts.
The Colts.
Yes.
And once you do that, you can always get called back. So.
Right.
What's that? Yeah, and a sprinter, as Aaron Lynn tells us, right next door. And, yeah, it's probably great memories for him. Linton has a lot of ex-players, a lot of guys who are coaches in some manner or form that line the sidelines when a game like this happens. And, Heather, a lot of people wanted to come up to the booth tonight. And, of course, the weather's so nice they don't have to even think about it now.
Well, I think I woke up this morning I think I counted, it was about 12 people that said, I'm going to be up in the booth and just hanging out because it's either going to, A, rain, or B, it was going to be too crowded for their liking.
Yeah.
And once we get everyone up here in position, it gets pretty.
You let one in, you got to let in 15.
We wanted to turn it over to Aaron. We were going to say, we're going to let Aaron police all of you people. Throw you out.
And then the problem is as we know, and as we've had this happen before, when conversations start happening, then it goes through the mic, then it goes out over the air, and it either interferes with what obviously the announcer's trying to do, or obviously our broadcast that people have waited to watch. So I wish there was press boxes that lined all the way around this field, but unfortunately we had to make that announcement to hopefully prohibit some of that.
If I was not in the booth, Heather, I would want to be right down on the field, the sidelines, and just walking right up the rope, just feeling every ounce of the energy.
Right.
That's where I would want to be. I mean, it's nice up here. I guess if it was pouring down rain, I might feel differently.
But it's absolutely beautiful out right now.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it is.
And what did I say, Heather? If we bring our raincoats, it won't rain. But if you don't bring them, it'll rain.
Correct.
Well, let's hope that's exactly what happens.
And ours are right behind us just in case. The cheerleaders are warming up.
The band is making its way out.
And the stands are starting to fill up, so that's nice to see.
In that loss to South Vermilion, 34-25, Ridgeway threw for 165 yards, Kevin. So he can throw the ball. Huff ran.
Well, I watched in warm-ups, and he was throwing some long balls.
So he can. Nice. Huff has ran for 128. It's hard to look at the Northview game because they're just a very good contest. But that South Vermilion game is a good comparable game. They have a good quarterback. South Vermilion does in Garzolini, and he threw for 281 and 2 touchdowns. So but they held South Vermillion to just 59 yards rushing. So
I'm still wondering who we're going to roll out at quarterback. I know you talked about Goodman, but I looked down after you said that and saw McBride taking a chance taking some turns.
I do wonder that myself. If McBride at quarterback puts Goodman back at running back, puts Voigtshot at wing back, and that's more what these guys are used to doing. But it takes away that quarterback look where they come direct snap to him and he just plows forward. But you can interchange them play by play. And like you said in pregame, Jordan Vaught pregame, man, oh man, how do you defend that? One minute you can't. I love it because you can't, as a linebacker, you can't cheat. The outside linebacker can't cheat because Braylon will just pull outside, and when he does, he can catch these guys open, and it can be big plays.
Can't help but notice it rained so much, and the field is just beautiful. We should pay tribute to whoever takes care of that field, except for right in front of the bench where it's just there's water everywhere.
I didn't know they had
a little reflective pool,
reflection pool. Did you know they had a pool on the side of the?
Oh, the Miners coming out. They're not going through that.
They'll come out and do the.
They'll do the helmet later.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that was all water down there. Wow.
They're trying to set up the stand for the band, and I think they had to move it out a little bit to the field because
might sink down. You got to wonder how the sideline is going to look. Like 20 players here, 20 players there. I'd say a victory would deserve a mud slash is what I think. Head first, right in the middle of it.
Well, it's the Sullivan game. Anything is possible.
That's exactly right.
Right now, the Miners are the only team out here lined up for the anthem.
Sullivan stands are getting about full. I've always liked the Sullivan student section. They always have something going on.
This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show, and I think we're getting all set up for the band to get out here.
Beginning of the Doobie Brothers Black Water goes off in the distance with the wind chimes coming somewhere. South end zone filling up pretty good down there.
How are the stands doing right in front of us? Not bad. Not bad at all.
Maybe they're getting their last second cheeseburger.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's a good reminder that the junior and senior class, the parents are actually working the grill tonight to earn some points for their children for prom. So be sure to visit if you're in the stands and you're listening or you're in the end zone. Make sure that you go and pick something up either during gameplay or at halftime. I would like to also mention that the high school basketball team is earning some money, and you want to see any of those members.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise as the Linton Stockton Minor Cadets present our nation's flag. And now, if you would please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem being performed tonight by the Linton Stockton Marching Minor Band.
It's our national anthem by the Linton Stockton Band, and I love that flag. How they had that out.
They did that for years, and I think they didn't for a little while. I'm not sure if there was a problem with it. One of the last things I got to bring up, Kevin, is something we've talked about is the kicking game. And, of course, we're getting ready for the Miners to come out. So
you go ahead and talk. I'm going to go over here and get this.
Yeah, the kicking game is something that the Miners just haven't shown any evidence of having. Goodman does a great job kicking off, and the punting game is Goodman, but the post extra point has all been 2-pointers except towards the end of the game, and you know that can come down to haunt you. If you get it and you get up by 2, you're all right, but once you get behind, you got to chase it. Now Logan Ketterer is definitely a good kicker for Sullivan, so they have that element that we do not have. Oh, you can feel it pumping up now. Miners are huddled under the big giant inflatable Linton helmet. Always fun to see who comes out. Voigtchild seems to be the guy. And it's Webster carrying the L flag. The 100-yard sprint as they go down, and won't be long before Aaron Lynn gives us the starting lineups of both teams. The band will play the fight song and march down to form the tunnel in the south end zone. Usually we see a bunch of people run out there. Yeah, the Miner crowd looks to be pretty handy down there. By the time the band fills up, looks like we'll be full. Edition number 112 tonight. Probably a big game for the Arrows coming in 1 and 2. They've got to get off the schneid. But for the Miners, of course, it's a chance to continue the winning streak and continue the good play that they've had. I still feel like we're just a hair away from it, but Sullivan probably feels the same way as well. Look down to see all the former players down there on the sideline as well. Also want to mention Jimmy K. Wright, the fact that test came back good and positive for him. And the injury that he had last week at Terrell North. Great to see the pictures that he's doing great. Also want to send out congrats to Eli Scott down at North Davies, as he is a starter down there. He's got a couple of touchdowns, so it's good to see him doing well down there. Band on their way. Soon we're going to be having Aaron in his familiar role. There go the little kids, the little youth kids running out there, full of energy. I like the little tiny one, number 3. He's going to be another Voigtchild down the road. Boy, I remember when they used to line out almost out to the 50-yard line.
And ladies and gentlemen, here's your starting offense for tonight. Number 2, Cooper Smith. Number 6, Russell Goodman. Number 7, Braylon McBride. Number 8, Jesse Voigtchild. Number 13, Paul Oliver. Number 15, Hayden Feltner. Number 52, Corey Andrews. Number 59, Dresden Kenworthy. Number 61, Tanner Scarborough. Number 69, Hank Jennings. Number 72, Aiden Sparks. And the rest of your Linton Miners. And your Miners are coached by Mr. Brian Oliver.
Well, as you mentioned, Tanner Scarborough getting the starting nod tonight. Like I said, any of those 4 guys seem to be interchangeable, trying to get the right mixtures. But for me, that's developing the depth that we need to see. And on the defensive side, with Howard getting some action in there, being more of a solid player in there, is giving a break to Jennings. You also like seeing several of the Miners down there, hands on each other's shoulders as they do pregame. I know Kevin has brought this up many times. You see the coaches go down the sidelines, and really it seems like a lot of personal time and closeness that you feel.
It is interesting that right now, at least so far, we do not have the Sullivan arrows out on the field
they
yet.
didn't go back in until right at the end of it. You're right. They're not out here. They're not even in an end zone. So maybe playing a little bit of head games by staying out. They still got 3:45 to go. He announced that Braylon McBride on the offensive side. Now, I know he started at receiver too, but that makes me think he may open up at the quarterback position.
So we're just waiting now for the arrows to come out, and here they are coming out now.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be. I don't see their band over there, so I don't know. I think they're just probably going to run out on the field, I assume, because they're carrying flags.
I've only seen one band in my existence, and that was North Davies brought their band the year that the sectional, they thought they were going to come in and win the hands down, and it made for a great atmosphere, I will say that. Both bands out there, but that was a sight.
And I will tell you, just watching them walk out, you can tell they have more than 40 players like Linton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely an unusual low number for minor football. And you hope maybe some kids will miss it and want to come back out. Or
Sullivan fans still standing over there, the arrows standing over there, their fans waiting for their team to run out here on the football field. We're still about 2.5 minutes away from the start of this one, and there are the Sullivan and Golden Arrows.
You can hear their crowd. They have two flags, and the American flag being carried by, it looks like, DJ Gaines, number 34.
I remember him from a year ago.
Yeah,
he's good.
He made some plays, and there's not the typical line of fans down the sideline over there that we have seen in past games.
So this has been the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. We're getting set now for the actual game time here tonight, and that's what everybody's been waiting for. So we remind you that by the end of the game, I see Big D will have the Voldico player of the game.
Yeah, we had no clue up until Braylon McBride started heaving the ball down the field.
Yeah, you couldn't quite tell what was going to go on there, and then all of a sudden McBride came out and just lit a fire under that offense,
and
they took off.
You could have said Feltner for the interception. You could have said, certainly could have said Andrews or Russell Goodman, and Cooper Smith with 2 touchdown passes as well. The captain's going out there. Always want to make sure get that right. It's Feltner, Voigtchild, Smith, and Jennings for Linton. Let's see if we can get the arrows numbers. 21 is going to be Trimble. Number 3 is going to be Taft.
32.
That's Huff.
And there's one off the right there that I can't see.
Obscured by Big Hank Jennings on the right side over there.
And the
34,
referee
yeah,
standing there.
Should have known that. That's Gaines. Huff and Gaines, I know since sophomore years, I remember both of those guys.
And, they have to be thinking on their side, boy, has Voigtchild been here 10 years?
Yeah.
Sullivan will receive. Oh, I love that one, Heather. You've got a good one to read there. That's good.
What the fire is lit and the beer is on ice. John Hayden, thank you for commenting.
So we're just about set. Miners in their bright red, blue numerals. I'm sorry? Bright red, blue numerals. And Sullivan coming out. And Big D said that's kind of a, pardon the expression, for those of you older who are rock fans, a deep purple in the pants. And it looks almost black. It looks black and white, but there is purple out there. And, of course, that's their color. All their assistants are wearing purple. Let's see who's going to be deep here for number 2. That is Xander Friels is the deep back, but they have 3 up backs. We'll see number 8, Zane Catlin. See number 30, I believe, is Lane Simmons.
Catlin had a 54-yarder against North Knox. It had a few nice ones last week, so number 8 is the one to watch out for.
There's the boot. It's a squibber. It's going to be handled by one of the up men. It's bobbled, picked up at the 25. Got a little room to run across the 35 and down at about the 37-yard line. First down and 10, Sullivan.
That was number 2 for them. Friels, as you mentioned, brought down by Webster.
So here we go. A lot of big fellas on this offensive line for Sullivan. Big D has gone over that. I've gone over that. But just remind you that on the average for their offensive line, they average 6'2", 273 pounds up front.
You got to figure they're going to,
including 340 pounds at center.
They're going to try right off the bat to just go right up the gut, I would think.
Leighton Huff is the deep back. The quarterback is number 6, Paul Ridgway. He's got wingbacks on both sides. Man in motion shifting over. That's number 36.
That's Hamilton. He's at tight end. They haven't done that much.
Shifted him. Ridgway running off the left-hand side has an opening and finally downed after he crosses the 45 at about the 46-yard line. You don't like that when your safeties are making your first tackle of the day.
Yeah, that was Harrison Smith. A nice shift there by Ridgway. He got through that first stage, and that bodes well if you're the Arrow fans to see that much room.
So we have 2 receivers to the left, to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, that's number 21, Trimble. They give it straight away to the running back, Huff. He has an opening. He gets out to about midfield. They're moving the ball as we expected.
Yeah, right off the
running.
bat, 2 plays. And it's going to be Andrews that got him by the ankles, brought him down. But that's 2 running plays that had decent amount of space. They're at their own 49-yard line.
John Taft is coming to the near side. Number 5, Carson Granby, is going on the right-hand side. Now we have 2 split backs by the quarterback Ridgway. They shift. Number 21, Trimble, the tight end. He's now in the slot on the right-hand side. Ridgway is going to give to his lead back, Huff. I think that's who that is. Yes, and they get him behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might lose a couple.
They had him behind the line, and then several pursued Aiden Sparks right there, and Jesse Voigtchild. Now this will bring up a good 3rd down for the Miners to get off the field. That was a good hit from Sparks. He came across and actually loses a yard.
Laid down some wood. It's 3rd down, 8.
This is a more familiar look here with four wideouts.
2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. As we said, Leighton Huff, the lone setback. Ridgway wants to look for the screen off the right-hand side now. Instead decides to run. He's hit right away and brought down.
Not going to get there.
By number 6, Goodman, for starters, and then some other Miners jumped in.
Goodman, Andrews, and Lyons all get in on that play. You wonder if they won't go for it here.
They are going to go at 4th and 5. And you know, with that big offensive front, I don't blame them.
Well, they had success, but I just, if you don't get it, you're giving the Miners the ball at midfield. And Monrovia tried this, and it came back to haunt them.
Granby and Catlin off to the left. You have 2 wide receivers also to the right. I don't have their numbers. The quarterback, Ridgway, checks the band on his arm for the play, claps his hands, has the man over the middle, and he's pummeled. Number 8, Zane Catlin, was pummeled as soon as he caught the ball, and I believe that was Goodman, was it?
No, that's Corey Andrews.
Corey Andrews laid down the law.
He didn't catch that, did he?
Well, watch this replay.
I wish I could see it. Holy cow. Oh, the hit of the...
Maybe the season.
Oh, my gosh.
Man, that was laying down some serious wood. Their momentum was going one way, and all of a sudden it was like a car wreck. It just stopped and went backwards.
And I like that he hit him legally. I mean, there was no...
He hit him high.
Yeah, there was no thought hitting him with the head or anything like that. Now the Miners, can they take that big hit and turn it into Miner points?
Well, they delivered a message. Let's see if they can continue on offense. 1st down and 10 for the Miners now as they break the huddle with the ball at their own 49. And let's see who's coming out at quarterback, Big D.
Looks like Goodman.
Goodman takes the snap. He's going to run to his left. He's got a man out there trying to block for him. He cuts between 2 Sullivan football players and gets across the 50 to the 49.
Taft, number 3, got over there. Fought off the block by Voigtchild. Looked like he might have got a couple, but he didn't get anything.
It's interesting that Braylon McBride was out there blocking too, so you really have 2 quarterbacks rounding to the right.
Yeah, McBride is out there. McBride is lining up at a wingback.
Yep, he is.
Oh, that's a whole new wrinkle.
Man in motion. And we've got an illegal procedure.
Nope. They jumped.
Yeah, they jumped on the defensive side, offside.
That's got to be about the 7th time this year the Miner offense has been patient enough.
Cooper Smith went in motion, and it caused the defensive line to jump.
There must be a voice inflection, a real hard count that goes on there. But that's 5 yards, and that sets up a 2nd and 5.
Paul Oliver to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left, working on the near hash mark. Voigtchild is the lone setback to the right of the quarterback, Goodman. He's going to give it to Jesse. He turns on the Jets around the left-hand side, the 45, the 40, the 35, and out of bounds. So let's see where they place that ball. Great running by Jesse Voigtchild.
Just the speed got him around the corner. It's going to give the Miners a first down. And here's what I'm noticing, Kevin. Andrews is now on the left side at tackle. Jennings is on the right side at tackle. Well, we've split up the 2 veterans and put them on either side of the ball.
Interesting. 2 wide receivers again, left and right. Wingbacks left and right. 1 setback by Goodman. He wants to roll to his right. He throws it out there. Pass is complete, and he's down right away. It's complete to Paul Oliver, and they're going to put that ball at about the 32.
So that was Goodman that threw that?
Yes.
Okay. Nice stop immediately by Carlson. Good catch by Paul Oliver, and he took a pretty good solid hit down to the 32, and like we talked about the passing game, I know I sound like a broken record, but that's 5 yards. You get 5 and 6 yards on that short pass.
Voigtchild, the lone setback, 2 wide receivers to the right. They give to Jesse straight ahead. He knifes his way through there, gets inside the 30 down to about the 27.
Yeah,
he kind of squirted out of there.
Yeah, earlier the season we were talking about Jesse. At wingback, he's used to weaving and bobbing and kind of cutting back and forth, and he needed to go straight more. This was an evidence of him going straight. Took a good shot.
Voigtchild again, the lone setback.
3rd and 1.
Trips to the left. 1 wide receiver to the right. Goodman's going to run toward the trips. He's got some blocking there. I think he's inside the 25, down to about the 24.
Yeah.
So that should be a first down.
Yeah, he just needed a yard.
Well, the Miners are sending a message here, not only defensively on that 4th down, but now offensively by running the ball and passing it.
And I think the threat of McBride being a wingback is a whole new thing. I mean, you could pitch the ball to him. He can stand there and throw the ball. Great coaching decision.
Goodman, man in motion. He's going to fake it to him, keep it, go straight ahead, and he's trying to muscle his way down to the 20. Boy, that is reminiscent of Paul Oliver there.
Yeah, that looked, if you close your eyes.
And really, it's just like a direct snap to your running back.
Yeah, which is what Western was doing the same thing of last week. And he's reading is what he's doing. Huff and number 9, Norris, are going to combine on that tackle.
6:48 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Clock is running. Snap to Goodman, looks to his left, swings it out there. Voigtchild is going to be decked. And it's a great play by Trimble, number 21, who was out there, and he was all over Jesse Voigtchild.
Yeah, and that's a drive stopper there. That's going to bring up a long 3rd down now. Swing pass out in the flats to Voigtchild, but Trimble fought it off and made the play that might, we're 4 down territory. Lost 6 yards, though.
Goodman. It's 3rd down, 12, ball at the 27, and there is a timeout to be called by Sullivan, our first timeout of the night. It's 0-0 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard between Linton and Sullivan. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, the opportunity is better than ever. Take advantage of the falling interest rates. Real estate provides the highest returns, the greatest values, and the least risk. The best investment opportunity will not fit into a safe deposit box, but you can live in it. Go with the tradition of trust. When you are ready to buy or sell, call me, Michelle Stanger at Stanger Homes at 812-219-2307 and start packing.
Welcome back. Let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you when you're thinking about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or just give him a call at 812-798-2615. That's Jathan Wright at Indiana Farm Bureau. So the Miners are coming out here, 3rd down and long, and it was Sullivan calling that timeout.
Yeah, they must have seen something. Got trips out there. Sparks and Scarborough are the 2 guards with Kenworthy at the center.
I noticed they have 2 people out here for Paul Oliver. They had 3, but one of them is shifting now.
Oh, sneaky.
They're going to give it here to, is that Voigtchild?
Yes, it is.
Jesse's inside the 25. He'll not have enough anywhere near the amount for
just
first
trying to
down.
get some of it. Taft and Farmer are out there. I think they tried to catch the backside asleep because you were focusing on those 3 trips on the right. Now we're going to go for it here, I'm sure, on 4th down.
We are. They're looking to the sideline. Linton Sporting Goods serves Linton and surrounding areas with quality sporting goods and screen printing for over 25 years. They also specialize in embroidery, team sales. Located on Highway 54 west of Linton. Stop by and visit this family and locally owned shop today. There's the snap. Goodman rolling to his right. He's in trouble and gets the ball out of there, but it's short, intended for Oliver. It was a good 5 yards short of him, and luckily nobody there defensively. He could have been going the other way.
He took a big hit from Trimble, and that I think affected the situation.
1st down and 10 for Sullivan.
So Trimble wasn't even touched coming from the backside. You know, you're watching this through the binoculars. You're like, oh, man, I hope he sees it. Miners had a chance, though.
They moved the ball. And just like Sullivan moved the ball, and then everything kind of just everything just stopped. Here's a run off the right-hand side across the 25 out to about the 27.
That was Huff 32.
Huff comes into the game, he's averaging about 124 a night running. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year. So he is a ball player. He got trips to the left, man in motion. They're going to give it to the running back, Huff. He goes straight ahead, and he is met head on and stood up and pushed back. Yes. He may get a little bit, but if he does, it's no more than a yard.
And Andrews got him high, and low was 53 Howard.
And Heather, you had a long distance? Somebody watching from
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica, man.
Jamaica, man. Wonder what time it is in Jamaica.
Yeah. Big 3rd down for the Miners defense here. Get them off the field, send a message, get the ball back in good field position.
Trips to the right, one lone wide receiver to the left. McBride's on him.
Oh, Oliver's in the game.
Ridgeway puts the ball in the air, gets it complete, and it's going to be a 1st down. It's complete to number 36.
Hamilton.
Let me see. Ty Hamilton, 6 foot, 190-pound H-back.
Put that right on the money. Feltner was out there. And like I said, Paul Goodman was in at the outside backer coming in to make a pass rush, and he comes immediately out.
We're going to want to get to Ridgeway.
You can't let him have time. He put that one on the nose.
Yeah, it was a great pass. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. He fakes to his running back, got a man over the middle, and it looks like it might be Huff, the running back, but I'm not sure.
I think it's Gaines, 34.
34,
Faked it right up the gut and then just popped it. I saw this play on tape a whole bunch. James and Feltner were there. It happened so quick.
DJ Gaines, the ball now resting at the 49, and it's 1st down and 10 for Sullivan. Arrows with 2 wide receivers to the right. They go straight ahead. Now it's Huff carrying it, and there's nowhere for him to go. He stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You're batting 50%. It was Gaines again, 34.
Is it 34? 34 and 31.
They look a lot alike.
DJ Gaines is a good athlete.
Andrew's going to make that stop. I got the benefit of binoculars going, though, Kevin. So,
okay, trips now going to the – nope. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
They just kind of switch sides. Shotgun wide. He's a good 5-6 yards back.
Leighton Huff, the lone setback, man in motion. It's number 8. He sets up in a wingback spot. Fake to Huff. Wants to put it up in the air. Under pressure. Rolls to his right. Hits his man. That's number 36. Oh, dropped my roster.
2 good passes by Ridgeway.
Ty Hamilton again.
Cooper Smith
on the reception.
Cooper Smith had him and overran him, and that let him get out, and now they're in minor territory at, looks like, the 44.
3rd down 3. Yeah, ball resting at the 44. Big play here, although you almost think it's 2 down territory again.
They went for it
Ridgway,
before.
the quarterback. He's about 6'4", 6'5", and he used a staccato count there to bring the Miners across. That should be a first down.
It was.
There's a flag on the field, I think.
Yeah, it looked like Trenton Howard jumped, and he knows it, smacked himself in the head a few times, but
Ridgway was celebrating immediately.
pushes it down to the 39-yard line.
First down and 10, 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it's 0-0. There's somebody way back deep in position. You don't see that very often, about 10 yards back.
Tough.
They fake the pass that way and give it to Huff straight ahead.
Gives him a chance to survey the field and make a cut. Chris Lyons came down and made a nice open field tackle, maybe down to the 38. Maybe.
Catlin was the deep back who was a good 10 yards back from the line of scrimmage.
That's
they faked the toss to him and then.
Wonder what kind of trickery that will be down the road.
Yeah, you wonder if they were looking to see how somebody might be lined up. I don't know. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Huff the lone setback. Ridgway is going to throw it out to the right.
It's Taft.
The ball is caught and carried down to about the 28-yard line.
And James, but that's just a quick pass out in the flat, and nobody's out there. Kind of picking us apart right now.
And they're doing it throwing the ball.
Yeah, well, that's what the MO would be if I was a team playing. It looks like we're down inside the 30 to the 28.
Well, Ridgway at 6'5", 185 pounds. I mean, he is a tall quarterback.
Yeah.
He can see over everyone.
We're sending the outside backers to try to get to him. And
Ridgway looking to the right. He wants to run. He sees an opening, cuts to the outside. He's inside the 20. He's going to have another first down at about the 19. Great run by Paul Ridgway.
Feltner chased him out of bounds. He smartly didn't take the hit. He made a nice cut. And now they're down, it looks like the 17-yard line. And it's second down and very, very, very short.
He was running like a tight end. I mean, he was moving.
Now the arrows
second down 1, so it was short of a first down. I thought he had it.
And that gives them really an open down.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, working on the far hash mark. Again, Huff the lone setback. Ridgway, man in motion. Going to give to Huff straight ahead. He's got a little bit of a hole. He'll pick up about a couple.
Andrews is going to lose his helmet, so he's going to have to come out. And that's always a scary thing. Tyson Walker is going to have to go in.
So now it's first down, and the ball is resting at, let's see, is it about the 15?
Looks like it's the...
Again, a lot of shifting. 2 men going to the left, 1 man going to the right. Ridgway claps his hands, gives it to Huff. He's going to run to the left side where everybody was shifting, gets around the corner. He's hit and finally pushed out of bounds, but only at about the 2-yard line. First down goal.
Braylon McBride saves the score, but the Arrows got some confidence. He bounced outside.
They shifted. They motioned 3 people out to that side and receivers set up out there, and they did a good job of clearing the way.
22 yards, 7 carries now for Huff. Arrows impressive drive from their own 24.
Second down 4. Second down goal from the 4, I should say. Minute 30 now remaining in this first quarter. It's still 0-0 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, but Sullivan threatening to break this tie here with a first and goal at the 4. Now Ridgway going back over to the side, seemingly a little perplexed about the play call. Now he comes back. I mean, he's easily the tallest player in that huddle.
Yeah.
Ridgway brings him out, trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. They only need 4 yards. Man in motion going to the left-hand side.
Yeah,
and then Miners jumped again but got back apparently. Nothing called there. Again, Ridgway looking to the sideline. Boy, they're taking a lot of time, aren't they?
Feel a timeout
and finally,
coming.
timeout. Yeah, you could see that one coming. We had a timeout on the field. The Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, 0-0. Sullivan and Linton. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our miners.
Crane Credit Union offers School Spirit debit cards that allow you to show your school spirit each time you use your card, while knowing that a portion of your purchase will be donated back to your school, too. If you'd like a Spirit card or for more information, visit your local branch or cranecu.org today. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local expert, Corey Motter. He knows Greene County inside and out with years of experience and a passion for helping you find your perfect property. Close it with Corey and make your real estate dreams a reality.
Hey, I've got a shout out to the field caretaker. Says the name is Deacon Kaiser.
Yeah, the field looks great. But right now we've got two backs out there. That's DJ Gaines is back there along with Leighton Huff. So the quarterback Ridgway has backs both on the left and right side, split backs. They're going to go with the quarterback straight ahead. He's going to lunge forward at 6'5".
He dropped the ball at the 1 yard line.
Do the Miners have it?
He dropped it. I watched it come out of his hands.
He tried to lunge his way to the end zone, all 6'5", but what are they going to say?
He dropped it. I'm telling you, he held his arm out, tried to make it, and they say a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
They must have ruled that he got the ball across before it was hit. And I can't say from my vantage point that I saw that.
Coach Oliver wants an explanation. Probably saying right now, I saw that ball come out of there. Let's see.
It's just hard unless you're down there.
Or Sullivan will decide to do on this extra point. But right now, there's a 6-0 score on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Well, he doesn't like the explanation, but, you're not going to be able to change it.
No. And we just got smacked in the mouth. They're going for two, as much as I talked about their kicker.
They are going for two. Two wide receivers left and right. Wing back now. Ridgway.
You got
back
him. You got him. There
and
you
he's
go.
going down. So there'll be no extra point on that. It was unsuccessful. So with 1:22 remaining in the first quarter on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it's Sullivan 6, Linton nothing. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
It starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the Grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the Grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the Grill in downtown Linton.
Welcome back to the Roy. The Miners with a deficit here in the first quarter. 6-0 Sullivan. The arrows strike first. Jesse Voigtchild is deep to receive the kick.
12 plays, 76 yards. It should be Ketter, number 51. Going
see now, I'm waiting to see. Do they not have they don't have a football. I couldn't tell if they were waiting for a tee, but no, a football. And it looks like number 51, Logan Ketterer, 5'10", 160-pounder, a senior, will be teeing this up.
Miners have an odd situation back here. Smith.
Cooper Smith on the left and on the right.
Walker's on the right side, and deep is
Jesse.
Probably Jesse. He's going to scoot up quite a distance, but I bet Ketter puts
He comes
it
up
down.
about the 10. There's a deep ball. Jesse's going to eye it at the 10. He's at the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and then knocked down at about the 34. He had some momentum going ahead there, but
57 made a big hit. That's going to be William Holyfield. He sees some action at linebacker.
Autumn Trace of Greene County is the perfect setting for seniors to call home. Seniors can live as independently as they wish while enjoying supportive care as they request in their daily lives from a 24-hour care staff. Call Jessica and her friendly staff at 812-699-4464 to schedule a tour And come in and find out why so many of your friends and neighbors have already picked Autumn Trace as your place to age in place.
McBride at quarterback.
There's a handoff to Jesse Voigtchild across the 40 out to about the 41.
And that's...
So it's interesting. He's not last time they tried this, they waited until about the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They're not going to delay it this time.
And Jesse's more in the position we're used to seeing him at. He gets some speed built up when he comes around that corner. Gets out to the 41. Under a minute to go now.
Jesse now back at that wingback slot. Cooper Smith in motion. They fake the pitch to him. Give to Jesse Voigtchild coming the other way. He's got a good block at the 45, out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. First down and 10 in Sullivan territory for the Miners.
Too nice.
The very thing you were talking about. They got Jesse back at his original position, Goodman back at his original position, and everything looked natural there.
That looked good. They're down to the Sullivan 43. Number 23 is in the game. Load Hauger at safety.
Feltner wide to the left. Oliver wide to the right. McBride, the quarterback, throwing out to the left. He's got Feltner at the 40, out of bounds at about the 35.
Yeah,
that was just an out pattern in the flat, and it worked.
Kind of what Sullivan did to us, just kind of coming down and dinking it out there. And when you got the running game working, the passing game is open out there, down to, I can't tell if that's my glasses are all screwed up, 32-ish.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Again, Oliver right, Feltner left. McBride, the quarterback. He has Goodman to his right. Voigtchild in motion. He gives it to Jesse. Jesse runs into him, and then that broke up the momentum of the play. He's down at about the 34.
Just the split second that it took.
Lost a yard.
Just the split second that it took gave Taft the just enough to get in there, and we're going to lose 3 yards back to the 34. We might get a playoff. I doubt it. Looked like it could be the end of the quarter.
10 seconds. Yep, they're going to wait this one out. That is going to be the end of quarter number one. So at the end of one, the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it is Sullivan 6 and the Linton Miners nothing. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Put confidence, adventure, and accomplishment firmly in your hands with the Polaris Sportsman lineup. Get the most out of every day, pull off the toughest hauls, and keep charging on.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales.
We take pride in our funeral homes and value the friendships we've made for over 100 years. It's those friendships that make us work hard to be the best. You have my personal guarantee that we will always strive to earn your trust.
It's the perfect season for camping. Give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call to get the best protection for your camper. And also welcome to TY Builders, a Prairie-built barns dealer in Linton, Indiana, across from the park. They offer high-quality storage buildings, cabins, garages, carports, chicken coops, all available with rent to own. Visit prairiebuiltbarns.com or TY Builders on Facebook.
Miners with 54 yards, the Arrows with 84, 4 first downs for Linton, 7 for Sullivan. Miners, Arrows about equal on the rush, 43-46. The pass came in favor of Sullivan with 36 yards, the Miners with 11.
Two wide receivers to the left. It's Feltner and Cooper Smith. Oliver to the right. They're going to go to Feltner. Cooper Smith lays a great block at that 25, down inside the 20. I'll say right about the 20 maybe. But boy, Big D called it. That was great work following his blocker.
Just right behind him, and Cooper did a good job of keeping his hands in. And they convert 2nd and 13. So now you're at the red zone, and the Miners need to punch this in, equal this game up.
The ball is at the 21, so we're knocking on the door to that red zone. Man in motion. Jesse going to the right-hand side. They're going to pitch it. He's got 3 blockers out there, but he can't turn the corner.
Big play.
Somebody came flying up, number 34.
DJ Gaines.
DJ Gaines lowered the boom there. He ran right around the parade of blockers, and
that could be the play that
made the play.
You know, those are the kind of plays that you got to have that break things up. That ball now, guess he didn't lose as much. He's looked like the 23 perhaps, but he was trying to kind of get around that corner, and Gaines just made the decision to come get him.
He got a little bit ahead of the blockers, I think.
Yeah. Nice job by that defensive end Taft on that side.
Yep, wide receivers left and right, wingbacks left and right. The quarterback, McBride, has a man in motion. That's
Smith. Nope. That
Smith,
play.
and he spun down at about the 24.
Caden Bays, big 69, come from the backside, and now we've back-to-back plays that have not worked at all, and that sets us up in a 3rd down and long. No doubt 4-down territory. Didn't look like he lost much out of that. Back again to 23, but
McBride looks to the sideline, gets the call.
Just got to think Paul Oliver at some point. Oh, they got a guy coming in last second. They call a timeout.
So we got a timeout on the field. It's still 10:35 remaining in the first half, 6-0. Sullivan on top. The Miners driving. That's the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, 6-zip. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
We're going to make a comeback. You guys come out and you make a difference. Like, you change the game for us. When our players see you and hear you, it makes all the difference. We have the vision of great things.
And give us a chance to show you again that we're moving in that direction.
Team Ortho Foot and Ankle Center is home to board-certified foot and ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter, who has more than 35 years of experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more info, call Team Ortho at 847-3381. Our family, caring for yours. Best of luck to the Linton Miners this season. Bender Lumber proudly supports the area's student-athletes, from building supplies to expert help with your projects. Bender Lumber has you covered. Everyone at Bender Lumber in Linton is rooting for the Miners.
You don't need this all in one down, Kevin. You just need to get a decent, positive play.
3rd down 12, man in motion. They're going to fake.
Oh.
And boy, that play was going to get blown up in a hurry because number 21, Trimble, was zeroing in on the quarterback and about to deliver some wood, but the play was blown dead.
Procedure call. We just made it harder on ourselves. I don't know if he saw maybe Trimble in the corner of his eye going to jump in there. But
boy, Trimble was untouched.
Yeah, he was in there, and he would have crushed McBride unless he would have made a nice play. So now you've got a 3rd down and 17. This is back-to-back drives again. The Miners get down to the arrow 20 and then have a couple of bad plays set us back.
They're going to give to Jesse Voigtchild on the right-hand side, the 20. Spins his way inside the 15. He's down near the 10.
What a motor. I mean, he saw the hole and just chugged forward.
Unbelievable.
Norris and Hauger are going to make that tackle, but, man, he just, flipped a
17
switch.
yards he needed for a first down, and he got it. What are the odds of that?
I saw him cutting that hole and just start the engine. He broke a block, and he got to the 10-yard line, and that gives the Miners a 1st and goal. Now, you've got to take advantage of this.
You got to get up to 20 yards before I can do run, Jesse, run, but that was close.
Yeah, he was there.
Voigtchild on the right-hand side, receivers left and right. Quarterback, that's Goodman, I believe, is running off on the right-hand side, trying to get his way to the end zone.
And he got a decent carry out of that. Carlson, number 4, is going to be, they just mano-a-mano down there, but he got down to the 6-yard line.
Miners looking to the sideline, clock running. Just about 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Miners trailing on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, 6-0.
You go for that power game, and then they put, I don't know if that's Paul or that's Feltner, to the far. That's Feltner.
It says 2nd and 4, but the ball is at the 4, so really it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Man in motion. They're going to give to him.
Nope.
It's on the left-hand side,
almost
and
lost
nothing going there. They were trying to strip him as they were standing him up. I think it was Cooper Smith.
And that coming back.
He hung on to the ball, though.
Trimble was right there, and they looked like the ball shifted around. Now we've lost yards. Now we're looking at 3rd down. Looks like it's at the 4-yard line.
Well, you know they're going to go on 2 downs because they do not, as far as we know, have a kicker.
No, and here's where the power of Paul Goodman at quarterback Paul Oliver with Goodman at running back. Paul would get behind Russell and just power in there. Big play here. You've got to go positive. Can't take a loss.
Man in motion. That's Smith.
That's Goodman, and we're going to do something
wrong.
wrong.
Go straight ahead, but there was
There was some action.
Offsides on the defense. Wow, that's half the distance.
And I think that's when
that'll move it to the 2.
Cooper Smith came across and abruptly stopped and turned around, and somebody jumped. Makes it a little bit easier now. You know you got 2 downs, but you don't want to give yourself a 4th down.
It's never easy when you've got 300 pounds of beef lined up on the other side. You got
285 and 340 in the inside. It's
3rd down and 2. See what the Miners decide to do here.
I would suspect that Goodman is watching number 60, what direction he's going to go. If he goes right, he's going to try to tuck left, and vice versa. Pick that right gap then on the inside.
Feltner to the left. McBride in the wing to the left. Voigtchild to the right. They're going to try to muscle their way straight ahead. I'm waiting for the call. There it is. Touchdown, Miners.
Just got in the
Goodman.
backs. Just got on the backs of his offensive lineman, and it was just a push to the goal line.
Touchdown, Linton Miners.
8:11 on the clock, and now they went for 2.
A Stanger Holmes touchdown by Russell Goodman, who was just a schoolhouse left.
Yeah, it really was. And
everybody just going to the left side of the line. You're right. It was much like Paul Oliver.
Yeah.
Here we go, though, for the 2-point attempt on the conversion.
McBride at quarterback.
McBride rolling to his right.
There's nobody open.
Nobody there. Gets away from one man. Now tries to throw it, and it's an errant throw, incomplete. So no go on the extra point. Neither team successful on the extra points tonight. So we've got a tie with 8:11 remaining in the first half of play. It's Linton 6 and Sullivan 6. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076. Fish Monuments, located at 289 A Street Northeast, will meet with you to design your special cemetery monuments. Whether you are pre-planning or have experienced the death of a loved one, contact Fish Monuments in Linton or reach out to them by phone at 930-236-3002. And Green Streets is a proud supporter of Linton Miner football and Linton athletics. Green Streets covers crime news, court news, jail logs, obituaries, and other news around Greene County. Visit Green Streets at greenstreets.com.
11 plays, 67 yards, 5:11 off the clock. The Arrows answered by coming down and putting the points on. The Miners answered by coming down and answering. Not having the kicker, not having anybody kick the ball comes into play, and that's going to be a factor all game long, not having that. So
apparently for both teams.
Yeah, well, they got a kicker. I'm not sure why they went for 2. Ketterer can certainly kick the ball. I just, if you're a junior high kid right now looking for a way to get some playing time on the varsity field, start kicking the ball. If you're a girls soccer player, you can kick the ball. Hey, obviously, we're going to need somebody at that role.
So right now, the ball getting teed up.
Can I just say that how the day started out with rain, how this is just turned around. It's a great night for Friday Night Lights.
It's a painting.
Yeah, it really
beautiful
is.
Out this press box.
Goodman. This kind of a short squibber that's going to go out of bounds at about the 25. See where they end up marking that then.
Well, I think he's trying to keep that ball from getting in the hands of Catlin, who's had some nice returns. But, it's not bad. They get the ball at the 35.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at their own 35 for Sullivan. See now if they can answer.
Well, we're going to have to find an answer for those little dink passes. And also, we've had Ridgway a couple times wrapped in that backfield, overrunning him, coming in too fast.
I don't really feel like he's been hit tonight, though.
Yeah.
They may have tackled him, but I don't feel like he's been
like
hit.
You said, 6'5", 200 pounds. It's going to take a beef. Now, whoever took that hit from Andrews is going to remember.
Yep. They're getting one ball off the field here.
This time we see Gaines is the one back instead of Huff.
We want to say hello to Danny Shunk watching from Bogstown, Bert Russell from Fairbanks, and Michelle Hollingsworth watching at home.
Thank you for watching. Man in motion, going from left to right. They want to put the ball out there. They do in a swing pass. Going out there to DJ Gaines. And Well, they stopped him, I guess. His forward progress whistled it dead at about the 30, I'll say about the 32.
Andrews
so they lost some there.
Andrews put the first hit, and I can't help but feel that Gaines could feel the floor rumbling with Gaines, with Andrews coming. And he didn't get him down, though. Voigtschad came in and had to help him. Voigtschad did a good job on the outside, too.
Ridgway with one back with him. Gaines in motion.
Should say Oliver's out there, too.
Back to pass. Ridgway now sees an opening. He's at the 35, the 40, and out of bounds. Let's see where they finally place him, going out of bounds at about the 43.
So just good coverage that time, and we've got a quarterback now that can just tuck it and run, and he's going to give him a new set of downs at the 7:24 mark out to the 43-yard line.
So it's third down and about 2.
Well, that'd be a big decision if they don't get it here. Now we got that sun coming in right on our face. But
Granby to the left, Catlin to the left. DJ Gaines will line up to the right. Nope, they move him now to the left. Coming over to the right is Ty Hamilton, number 36. Again, Huff, the lone setback. They're going to give it to him straight ahead. He's hit, but keeps the legs churning, and he's out to about midfield. First down and 10, Sullivan.
Cooper Smith is going to make that tackle, but Huff just some hard running right up the gut.
Boy, those legs just kept churning. Even though he was being hit, he carried some folks with him.
Yeah, they had him kind of at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to pop out of there. And they are across the Linton. Well, they're right at midfield.
Right at midfield, first and 10.
And we're going to get the ball to start the second half. They would love to come down there and put points on the board. 7 minutes right on the clock.
Catlin coming to the right. Also Granby. And number 36, Ty Hamilton. So trips to the right. One lone wide receiver off to the left. Man in motion. They're going to give it to him. That's number 8, Catlin. Try to get him in some open field there, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, he was.
You know, sometimes when they do that little forward pitch like that, I wonder why they just don't hand it off. It just seemed like it would be smoother than trying to pitch.
That's true, but it's a pass. If he drops it, it's not a fumble. It becomes a pass play. He made a nice cut. I do want to say Paul Oliver is getting time out there at the outside back. Seems like on passing downs they bring him in for Sparks.
Hamilton and Gaines to the right. Lone wide receiver to the left. Man in motion coming to the right. Quarterback going to be a keeper across midfield to the 45. The 40 falls forward to about the 38-yard line. First down and 10, Sullivan.
He's killing us on that keeper. Just killing us on that keeper.
He's just dropping back and looking for a place to run, and it's working.
Well, Voigtschad just got enough of him to bring him down, but they're marching down the field. They're to the minor 38-yard line. He has 49 yards on 6 carries. And
who knew that a guy that's 6'5" and
yeah, and I didn't really see this in the film, so what they're seeing is
185 would be running with the ball.
I think our inside backers are going out to cover the guys out of the backfield.
Very effective. Man in motion.
There's Hauger.
Running off the left-hand side, that is Lloyd Hauger, 5'6", 150-pound running back.
Goodman's going to...
He gets about maybe a couple.
Goodman now with his second tackle.
Harvest season is coming near. Give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call to make sure your farm and farm equipment are properly protected. That's a good idea. Second down 9. They're going to give it straight away to Huff. He gets inside the 35 to about the 34. He squares those shoulders, too. You can tell he can kick in the afterburners. He just hasn't had the opportunity to do it.
He's so close to it, though.
Yeah, he was close there. Leighton Huff is the lone setback. Trips to the right, one wide receiver to the left.
Oh, they jumped. Terrible.
Got some flags on the play.
Offensive lineman just stood up.
Going to walk that one back. Let's see if that makes a difference in this drive. It's now third down.
That should be
and
like 12.
11.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt 4-down territory here. And the way somebody has to spy Ridgway, the quarterback. Somebody has to spy on him and not let him have that lane up the middle. He's had 2 of those.
Hamilton Gaines and Catlin are wide to the right, one wide receiver to the left.
There
You're
you
going to give straight away to Huff.
Well, he breaks the tackle.
He breaks the first tackle. It was a leg tackle, and he was able to kind of skip his way through it. But he's still down at about the 37.
He's going to run through those arm tackles. You're not going to be able to.
It's 4th down and long. It's 4th down and 8. But, anytime either of these teams are past midfield, it's 4-down territory.
Right. Yeah. This could be an early play in the ball game. Get Sullivan off the field, 3:50 and counting. You got to watch him keeping it up the middle, but you sacrifice.
Carson Granby's number 5, right?
Yeah.
He's now the quarterback.
No, 6 is.
That
flag.
That's Ridgeway, right? Okay.
And we got another procedure call on
Another
Sullivan.
procedure on Sullivan. Wow, Ridgeway slams the football against his hand, and that means they're going to have to punt. They bring a unit in.
Well, this surprises me. Watch for the fake. Absolutely watch for the fake.
Back there is number 3, John Taft.
And he's a big kid, too.
He's standing at about the 47. Now he skips back a little bit more at the 46 of the Miners. The ball is at about the 43. Sullivan, standing at his own 43.
Yeah, there it is. Oh,
there's the punt. He kind of bobbled it. Now it's rolling dead at about the 24. 1st down and 10 Miners at the 24.
They dodged a bullet there because that was going to be a mess up.
The Grill of Linton is a 100-year tradition, and in the same family for the last 40, open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You can dine in or carry out at this eatery located at the heart of downtown Linton. The Grill of Linton, great place to eat.
Love it. Love the onion burgers.
Now, I have not had that yet.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Miners break the huddle. It's 6-6 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard with 3:19 to play in quarter number 1. Man in motion, that's Jesse Voigtchild. Fake the flip to him. And they got Cooper Smith trying to come back the other way, and they're holding on to his jersey. Great play by number 70, Levi Holyfield, who just hung on to Cooper Smith's jersey.
Slowed him down
and Cooper could not get away.
He didn't get him down. Norris will get credit for it, but just couldn't get anything going on that side.
McBride is now in at quarterback.
Don't want to make a mistake here. We get the ball to start the second half, so you don't want to throw a pick or have any kind of a play like that.
Voigtchild in motion to the right. McBride's going to roll that way. Now he's going to air it out.
He's got
a man out there. Cooper Smith in midfield. Down at the 45. 1st down and 10 Miners.
Beautiful pass. I mean, that was on the money. On the money. Hauger's going to bring him down.
We've been watching Ridgeway and impressed by his play all night long. Well, that is the equalizer. Great play. He took his time, waited for the receiver to get open. Let's see. I think we've got a chance here to get another one of these in. Proud to be your hometown grocer. Save a Lot encourages you to switch to their brands and save. The weekly ad on Wednesdays offers you many exciting specials to choose from. And this week featured great deals on 3-pound Michigan apples for $1.99 and 5-pound red or gold potatoes at $2.99 a bag.
32 yards on that pass. And he was open. And I tell you, Kevin, go ahead.
No. You go ahead and finish your thought.
Cooper seeing some one-on-one coverage because they're shading towards Paul Oliver. And they got Feltner.
They're double-teaming Oliver.
And Feltner. So you got single guys on Feltner. And what's going to happen is Voigtchild's going to sneak out of that wingback slot. The play that we've hit so many times right down the pipe. And one of these times we're going to hit that.
Feltner and Voigtchild are to the left. To the right.
Kudos to that offensive line, too.
I have to believe it's Oliver and then Cooper Smith. Man in motion. That is Cooper Smith coming to the left. There's the snap, the fake. Give the Voigtchild. He's has a man clinging to the back of him when that kept him from breaking into the open. It was a good play by Sullivan. I didn't get a number on who made the
I think
stop.
that was 200. That was 69 bays, and that's a lot of weight keeping you down. Holyfield, 57, came in to finish him off.
Jesse dragged him a little bit, but He just could not get away. Great play. 2nd down and 9. Ball rest at the 43 of Sullivan. There's a pass here in the flat, and it's Feltner, and he's out of bounds where? At about the inside the 30, at about the 29. It'll be another 1st and 10 for the Miners.
What I like is the ball is put on the money. It's not high. It's not low. It's hitting him right in the breadbasket as soon as he turns the corner, and the defender doesn't have a chance. I'm telling you that the fact that Oliver is a threat, it really does make things open up.
McBride waiting for the snap. Going to go out on the right-hand side. It's complete. Boy, he had to wait on that ball.
Yeah,
it makes you awful nervous when there's number 4 out there. Peyton Carlson wanted to make a move on that ball, but
Oliver makes the catch.
The quarterback slipped. McBride slipped right before he threw the ball.
The ball looked like it sailed a little bit out of kind of a wobbly pass. And
are you looking for TV or high-speed internet? Give Mike Morin a call at Midwest Satellite. He offers Dish TV plans at $84.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. Midwest Satellite at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. Give him a call. He'll treat you right. There, running off on the left-hand side is Cooper Smith.
That play is not working at all. Coming back to this left side, there's Trimble is out in his back in the backfield before he has a chance, and
ball's at the 25, makes it 3rd down 6.
He got out of bounds fortunately with 1:26, but boy, that would almost look like there was going to be a loss of about 5 on the play.
2 wide receivers left and right. Wing backs left and right. Man in motion. That's Jesse. Fake the handoff there. Goodman runs straight ahead.
McBride.
He's spun around, or McBride spun around at about the 23.
One of the few times
maybe even the 24.
Kept the ball. He took a.
You know, I almost just assumed there because he ran that it had to be Goodman. I just have not seen McBride do that very much. And McBride can run. I don't mean to say that, but
he only got a couple of yards, and now.
Well, he didn't lose any, but it's 4th down, and now 4 at the 23. McBride looking to the bench, getting a call. Miners check their wristbands. McBride looks to the right, back to the left, and now the Miners want a timeout. So with about 47 seconds to play here in the first half on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it's still 6-6. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Tending the land you love is a lot easier when you share the heavy lifting. Team up with Polaris Ranger, your hardworking partner for backyards, the backwoods, farms, and ranches.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales. At Indiana Farm Bureau, we're not just good at insurance, we're good at your insurance. Talk to your local agent, Jathan Wright. He's here for you, whether you want to talk in person, get started online, or just give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. It's 4th down and 4.
Here's where we need the magic.
Receivers left and right. McBride, the quarterback. One running back. I'm assuming that's Goodman. It is. He's in motion. They run it off to an out pattern there, and that time they didn't jump the pattern, but they did knock the ball down.
Now that's a case where they knew that was coming.
Peyton Carlson.
Didn't look anywhere else and went right to him. Pass was right there, but Carlson did a beautiful
job. Wonder if you pump it once, he's already made his move and then go. But
well, every Miner drive tonight has gotten to the Sullivan in the 20s. Every one of them.
45 seconds. Let's see what Sullivan decides to do with that much time on the clock. Not really much time to mount a drive, but it is time for a homer.
Why not do it? Why not do it? You don't want to pick. You don't want to pick if you're Sullivan.
Ridgeway.
That's what they're going to do.
Back to pass, trying to find an opening. He does find an opening. He's got a man wide open. Oh my gosh! He's at the 30.
There you go.
The 20. The 10.
There you go.
Touchdown. Sullivan.
Going to sleep in the backfield. We got a flag down. Maybe he was past the line of scrimmage. Maybe there's a hold.
The ball was at the 26, so it would be a 74-yard pass play. But we're waiting here to see what the flag is. Right. Ridgeway is talking with the referees out there at about the 37.
It's on us. Quarterbacks were, boy, that was. You know, it's tough when you're an announcer because you look out there and see it, and you're just thinking, how does the guy get 20 yards behind everybody?
What did we just say? They had 45 seconds, which is time for the home run.
Why not do it? Right there is your opportunity. They get.
Boy, how did he get that open?
I don't know. Just went to sleep. I think they thought that they had him down, and it's just one of those plays. That's a 77-yard touchdown pass that should have never happened. Kudos to that quarterback's impressing me to death. I mean, he's made some good runs.
He kept looking while he was running.
Yeah, just a smart play. And now they're going to kick it. Why they didn't kick it the first time, I think that's Ketterer, but just a disastrous way to end the half.
Logan Ketterer into kick, and number 6, Ridgway, will be the holder. I don't know what the delay is here, but Team Ortho is Greene County's only orthopedic clinic featuring board-certified surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Team Ortho is lead athletic trainer Jed Arsenault, who works with Linton Stockton students to help minimize the risk of injury. Call Team Ortho today, 847-3381, Greene County General Hospital, our family, caring for yours. Ketterer waiting for the snap. Unbelievable. Lightning strikes. The Miners jumped offside there.
Well, you wonder then if they won't go for 2 when you're just a yard away with that big, huge quarterback.
Yep, that's what they're going to do. The kicking team is going off now. They are going to go for 2. They missed the first extra point they tried earlier, so this will be the equalizer if they can make this count.
So that's a little thing you don't think about, but in the big scheme of this game, if this puts them up by 8 points, we handed it to them by jumping offside.
They still don't quite know what they're doing, I don't think. They might be taking a timeout here.
Well, they have to realize we don't have a kicker. We're going to have to go for 2.
Now we got to see who's running out here.
Now that's the offense.
I'm looking for Ridgway.
I see.
They're running out fast because they're running out of time.
Yeah.
Clock 7 seconds. 6.
Oh, it's a direct snap to
5.
Huff.
Huff is the lone.
No,
setback.
Oh,
Ridgway on the left-hand side.
Granby, and he does not get in. Nice
Oh,
tackle.
what a break. That was almost too chaotic. They just weren't really set for that. It was Carson Granby, 6'2" and 85-pound wide receiver senior. But either way, it doesn't work. So the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard with 32 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 12-6. Sullivan. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Linton Sporting Goods has an over 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. They feature Wilson, Demarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, Mizuno, and much more. Get ready for any sports season by shopping at Linton Sporting Goods on Highway 54. Where the winners shop. Looking to sell your home? Century 21 Sheets agent Corey Motter specializes in getting top dollar for his clients. With a proven track record and personalized marketing strategies, Corey strives to make selling easy and stress-free. Get the results you deserve and close it with Corey.
This game is crazy, Kevin. I mean, 5 seconds earlier, Linton was looking at the 22 with 4 downs and couldn't punch it in. And that's probably going to be a squig. Oh, there's a 15-yard penalty on the Linton on the kick. He still didn't kick it out.
Miners getting through. They break out in the open. Can they do it?
Come on, Jesse.
At the 50. Run, Jesse, run.
Oh, yeah.
30,
Go, buddy.
20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Oh, mama.
We'll have to watch the replay to see where he started that at. But Jesse up the middle to the left, outruns, did a nice push off with his hand, and they didn't kick it out of bounds or squib it, and they pay the price for it.
2 touchdowns in about, 20 seconds?
Yeah, here we go with I'm looking, I got the delay thing going. I want to see where it started at, but why not kick it out of bounds at the 45? Goodness gracious.
Goodman coming in. Voigtchild still out there. I thought they might give him a breather. Oh, run, Jesse, run. He's kind of hunched over. I think he's still breathing hard. But he right now is the lone setback for Goodman, the quarterback.
Well, I didn't
Man
see.
in motion. And a flag. What do we got there?
Offside on them, so starting to see crazy.
Unbelievable. What was it, 45 seconds when we first said?
32 seconds, 45 when they scored, and 32.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
now they're all coming over to the side.
They just have to be kicking themselves in the foot for not just squibbing or kicking that out of bounds or in the end zone. Terrific play by your singer, Kevin.
18 seconds remaining here. It is 12-12. Just unbelievable action. It was 6-6, and all of a sudden the scoreboard's exploding in about 20 seconds.
And you remember last year it was James Probst for Sullivan that took the punt with about 16 seconds to go in the half and returned it to put Sullivan ahead.
Talk about taking the air out of that rally.
Oh, gosh.
Sullivan was ready to go to the locker room with all momentum.
This is a great game.
We want to say thank you to those that are watching on the live stream. So we're going to give some more shout outs. Tanner Archer is once again watching from Denver. Marsha Brown watching from home. Mike Morin is watching as he drives home from Greenwood from playing golf. Karen Camden and Becky Land, along with Landley, are watching at home. And we want to give a special shout out to Grandma Karen and Papaw Bill.
You betcha. Sitting on that back deck. I can see it.
Oh, it'd be a beautiful sunset with a little.
So I still think it's Goodman at quarterback. I can't quite tell hunched over there.
It is Goodman.
There's the snap. He's going to run straight ahead. He only has a couple of yards to get it.
Gets it in there.
Is he in there? He's in there. And the Miners will take the lead 14-12 with 18 seconds. And stay with us. A lot can happen in 18 seconds. We're finding that out. But on the Linton Cycle sales scoreboard, it is 14-12. Miners on top, and we're going to keep it right here. Crane Credit Union supports area schools and wants to encourage every student to do their very best with youth and teen accounts. Students can earn $4 for every A on their semester report cards. For more information, visit your local Crane Credit Union branch or find out more at cranecu.org. And call Brock Anderson Construction for your home repair and building needs. With over 25 years experience in the construction field, we strive to have you come home to quality. Call Brock at 812-798-5583. And Brock says, go Miners.
We also want to encourage everyone to stay tuned to the halftime show where Big D is going to give a wrap-up on first half stats, as well as the Linton Stockton marching band, as well as the cadets and the rifle team.
And our Bender Lumber halftime show. Goodman has the ball teed up. Well, as Big D said,
squib it.
Sullivan has kids with the wheels here as well. Let's see what happens. They're going to kick it short. It's going to be picked up at about the 20, the 25, the 30, 35, 40. Oh, my gosh, finally. And finally down and pushed back at about the 37. It's 11 ticks left. 14-12 Miners. Unbelievable closing to this first half.
Feltner and Lyons on that stop. That was number 2, Kander Friels. And, there's 11 seconds. There's 11 seconds left. That ball is out at the...
Oh, that's time for 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah, the 41-yard line. So, hey, they just scored.
2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The quarterback, Ridgway, all 6'5" of him, dropping back, wants to air it out. Starting to run now, and now he's getting tackled. He throws it out of bounds.
Oh, did he get it out of there? Paul Oliver gets him down.
Now 4 seconds remaining. Oliver is the only one out there that it's really as big as he is.
Yeah, so good alert play by Ridgway. Going to get it, just threw it out of bounds. I'm not sure if he's out of the, there's a flag.
See what the call is.
It's got to be intentional grounding, yeah.
The ball went directly out of bounds.
Jake Breedlove is watching from Defiance, and he says, let's go, boys.
Jake Breedlove, Big Jake.
Big Jake.
Number 77. He was always a dominant player. You teamed him up with Ty Boyd.
Big boy.
Ball.
Both of them are big.
Yeah. Ball back down now to the 36. It's just a 5-yard penalty, but I believe he lost the down as well. So
Ty Boyd's one of those great ones. He was good at football, good at baseball.
I remember Jake and Ty both getting a carry against Phelan Academy. and Blaine Kirkman, all the linemen.
They marked that off. Now it's about at the 30, I guess I'll call it the 33.
It's an odd amount of yards, 8 yards or so. Maybe, I know what it is. It's from where he was at when he threw it. That's how that works.
Second down, 18, 4 ticks left. You know this is going to be a long ball here.
Yeah.
Nope, take a knee. Nope. And I don't blame him. So that's it. When we come back, we'll have the Bender Lumber halftime show. But at the intermission on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it's Linton 14, Sullivan 12. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Have an opportunity to do something special, and I want to be part of it.
That's a sacred moment. The basketball.
Lob it up. Yes.
Throw it down.
We have a dream as an organization to be an NBA championship organization. People are going to find out about the Pacers.
At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955.
Welcome back to Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners, where we're getting ready for the performance of the Linton Stockton High School Band.
So we had 2 Stanger Holmes touchdowns in the span of just a few seconds. Big D, Dan Phillips, Heather Rader, Kevin Rader, Bill Riley, and yours truly, all broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box.
Tonight's halftime show features the Linton Stockton Marching Minor Band, Rifle and Flag Corps, under the field direction of drum major Rose Wright. Tonight's performance is a repeat of the first 2 performances, Call Me by Blondie and Soul Finger by the Barkays, with the addition tonight of Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. The Linton Stockton Band is under the direction of Mr. Jeff Mayfield. The rifle coach is Taylor Wise. The flag coaches are Allie Wilson and Madison Wilkes. Please welcome into the field.
The Linton Stockton band performing there.
We should also mention that here in a couple of weeks, on September 24th, at 7 p.m. in the high school band room, band parents, former parents, community members can come out and join the band boosters. This supports the 5th to 12th grade band programs, and your help is needed.
Oh, hold on, Big D. Go ahead.
Tell you something else who's happy about this nice weather, Heather, and that is going to obviously be those band members.
Well, why don't we take a break here after listening to the band, and when we come back, we'll let Big D go over the statistics of this first half. Again, if you're just joining us, the Miners lead 14-12 at the intermission over Sullivan. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. The Linton Stockton band still performing out here at halftime. This is the Bender Lumber halftime show. And Big D, as the band wraps up out there, we're going to let you crank it up and give us some statistics.
Well, I'll start off with a couple of scores that have interest to us. Monrovia beating kind of a surprise Triton Central 21-0 at half. Terrell South on top of Terrell North 24-14. South Putnam, one of the top teams in 1A, is on top of Greencastle 20-14, a team we got down in the future. Western, who we played last week, down to Tipton 13-0. Big game north of Terrell, South Vermilion and North Vermilion. Wildcats up 34-0 on the Falcons. Springs Valley 35-7 over West Washington. Can't even read my own writing. Bloomington North over Bloomington South right now, 17-7. Boonville, both teams we're going to see down the road. Boonville and North Knox, Pioneers on top 14-0 there. Northview, a powerhouse, 35-7 over West Vigo. North Posey's in our section, one of the top-ranked teams. They're on top of a tough Tell City squad, 7-0. Eastern Green on the other side of the county on top of Mitchell, 20-12. This game started off with the Miners, Sullivan getting the ball right off the bat, and they got a couple of a nice run by Ridgeway to start off. Got to the Miner side of the field at the 49, but had to punt the ball away. Linwood did answer and drive right down the field, throwing 9 plays, eating about 4 minutes, and would get down as close to this 21-yard line. Took a -6 play, unable to make that up on 4th and 10. The pass to Oliver falls short at the 5:30 mark. Sullivan's going to get it back, and then they do their drive of their own. They go 12 plays, 76 yards, over 4 minutes, right down the field. Again, Ridgeway hit Gaines on a 14-yard pass. We had a couple of other 10-yard runs. Hill with a nice run up as well. They would score on a 1st and 10 on a run by Ridgeway that, whether he fumbled or not, you don't know. He got in the end zone. They didn't kick the ball. They went for 2, didn't get it. Makes the score 6-6 at the 6-0 Sullivan at the 122 mark. Then the Miners do what we always want the Miners to do. They march right down the field, 11 plays, 67 yards. Key plays in that one, a 16-yard run by Jesse Voigtchild, 13-yard pass to Hayden Feltner, and an 18-yard run again by Voigtchild. Get all the way down again to the 4-yard line to punch it in from Goodman on a 3rd down and 2. Extra point is kind of like Sullivan's play, kind of goes haywire. And at the 11 mark, we are tied up at 6-6. The Arrows, they're able to move the ball. Both teams have been able to move the ball. Get down to the Miner 37 on a 4th down. Elect to punt after procedure penalty. At the 3:36 mark, Linton is going to take over. And we drive the ball down again. Again, we get down inside the 25 to the 25-yard line. Get to the 23 on the 4th down. The pass play to Oliver is well defended by Carlson. And so with 45 seconds, we're looking at a 6-6 score. We're relaxing, thinking about the Bender Lumber halftime show. And their quarterback kind of rolls to the right. Looks like he's going to get hit. The backfield goes to sleep. He throws the ball 77 yards to Carson Granby, and he goes in for the touchdown. They explicitly don't go for 2. They end up going for 2 on the penalty, and it is 12-6. They don't get the 2-point conversion. So then we have 32 seconds to go, and the 15-yard penalty. They kick the ball at our 45. You would think Squibb or in the end zone, but no. It's Jesse Voigtschad gets the ball. Really looked about the 10-yard line. Cuts up the middle, gives a hard, stiff hand right to Lloyd Hauger about midfield. Cut loose, did not run out of gas with the distance. We got to hear Kevin with an illustrious run, Jesse run, and the Miners go for 2, and now they're sitting on top 14-12. Just an exciting first half. Quick numbers running. 9 for 53 for Voigtschad, 5 for 15 for Goodman. Cooper Smith has 0 on 4. Braylon McBride 1 for 2. The Miners 19 carries, 70 yards. Passing is Russell Goodman is 2 for 3. Unfortunately, they've all been short ones. -1 there, but 5 of 6 for Braylon McBride, 75 yards there. The catches have been made by Hayden Feltner, 3 for 39. Also, Cooper Smith, Voigtschad's got 1. Paul Oliver, 2 for 9. The Miners with 144 on the offensive side of things. The Arrows, led by Paul Ridgway with 7 carries, 46 yards. 10 carries for Leighton Huff for 32. Gaines with 1 carry. Zane Catlin had 1 for -3, and passing 6 of 7. A nice performance by Paul Ridgway. Has 113 yards and a touchdown. That was to Granby. 2 catches from DJ Gaines, 1 from John Taft, and 2 from Ty Hamilton. Defensively standing out is Peyton Carlson with 4, Jade Norson with 4 tackles, and the Miners, as if I'm on repeat, 7 tackles by Corey Andrews, 4 from Hayden Felter and Jesse Voigtschad.
So that leads us to our halftime score and intermission here. It's 14-12 Miners, and we're 4 minutes away from getting this started in the second half.
Very close in total yardage. Sullivan with 191 and Linton with 144. But you got to remember 77 of that yardage for Sullivan came on that scrambled touchdown pass. It was just simply a blown coverage.
So I think we ought to probably address what will happen next week at the game on the road to Boonville. While we have a few minutes here to talk to all of you about this. Next week, we will be traveling to Boonville. However, we will be at an audio-only status. And what that means is that we will be able to show the scoreboard. We will be able to show sponsor ads. Occasionally, we'll be able to pop up a picture or two of maybe someone playing, like one of the player photos. But we cannot show the game in play. And this is due to Boonville's rules. So we are going to do everything we can to bring you live action from the Boonville Bossy Bulldogs, but just kind of keep that in mind, and we're going to promote this a lot this week. So that way, hopefully, we won't have lots of questions next week. But
I think we're kind of bearing the lead.
Yeah,
the reason we're not showing the video is they require us to pay $1,000 in order to make that happen. Well, unfortunately, we don't make that kind of money, so we're not going to pay them $1,000, but we're still going to go do the game because we've made a commitment, so we're going to do it. It's just we're going to be doing basically radio on the internet.
Yeah,
and Big D, you and I have done that before.
Yeah, we're experiencing how you bring the game, and it's better than there not being a game out there. It's you can't control what the home schools are going to do to you, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen more and more often as schools start seeing, hey, I can make money from it. We don't charge anybody for it, so you can't justify paying $1,000.
So we are joined now by Leah McKee, which is one of our minor broadcasting students, but she's here to talk about something a little bit different as far as what's going to happen this November. And Leah, would you like to tell everyone at home what's going on?
I would. If you didn't know, in the fall we do middle school musicals, and in the spring we do high school musicals. Fall is here, so we are now rehearsing for Elf Junior, and it is going to be really awesome. We started rehearsals this week, and I'm super excited. It's on November 22nd through 24th, and I will be playing Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf.
I have to tell you, it's my favorite Christmas movie. So I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for the cast. I know a number of our minor broadcasting students are actually in the production with you, so that's pretty awesome. What all did you have to do, Leah, to audition for the role of Buddy the Elf?
Well, actually, funny story. I wasn't originally going for Buddy. I was going for Jovi, but they told me that they thought that I would be a good buddy. So I prepared for that, and here I am.
Well, I'm not
excited. Very excited for you.
Could be your bubblish personality, maybe. I'm not sure. Do you have to wear the green tights and the elf outfit?
I do.
Of course she does.
Excellent. The hat,
she does.
the hat as well. And
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go all out for it. I'm really excited.
We're very excited for you. And I know that you're going to be joining Kevin on the field during the post-game show, as you guys will interview Coach Oliver. So we will see you then.
Yes, I will remind you all again about this on the field.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
not hard to see how she would be Buddy the Elf.
She'll be fantastic, won't she? And by the way, if you missed it, she sang the Star Spangled Banner the other night from the volleyball game and was tremendous.
Oh, I missed that.
This is the Bender Lumber halftime show. Heather, I'm
sorry. It was
sorry.
kind of interesting because we had saw her walk into the gym for the volleyball game last night. And I had just sent her a text message and said, hey, would you like to be able to take the mic down for starting lineups? And next thing we know, she's holding not only the wireless mic for us, but she's holding a microphone and started singing the national anthem.
She held 2 microphones.
And her words today were at our minor broadcasting lunch. If you're going to have someone that can sing it in person, isn't that much better than playing a tape? So I offered to do it.
100%.
And so that was pretty cool that she volunteered. And
now, next time you have me take the mic over to the announcer, do not expect that to happen from me.
Well, you're a singer.
Yeah, I need special. I got to be warmed up. That's my. ASCAP won't pay the rights for me to do that. I don't want you guys to pay $1,000 for that.
Also, we would like to say hello to Travis Coleman. Also to John Reynolds watching in Oklahoma, to Rick Wellington watching in South Dakota,
Rick.
And Lester Morrison tuning in from Minnesota. And this is just another reason why this is awesome, because not everyone can be in the stands. Not everyone can be here on Friday Night Lights. So we welcome all and thank all of you. Bob Spears watching from Brazil.
Bob's another great ex-miner.
The town of Brazil.
Coach
of Brazil, yes.
Coach Wellington, was big responsible for getting minor football where it is. Came in here and took a program that was a little down and started playing bigger schools and being better. And then Coach Weber after him, and Coach Oliver's continued it. Quick note: 10 first downs, Sullivan, 9 for Linton. Penalties 5 for 15 for Sullivan, 1 for 5. Of course, I didn't count the penalties on the extra points.
See, the Miners going back to receive this kick. Russell Goodman will be the deep back. Sullivan preparing to kick it off. It's number 51.
Ketterer.
Ketterer, okay.
This is a big moment. I mean, Linton scoring right there at the end of the half. And can they sustain a drive to come out here? Sullivan wants to do a 3 and out. Linton needs to drive the field and really take command of the performance. Kind of the calm before the second half storm. The sky is kind of a bluish, pinkish, purplish.
There's a good view from Bill Riley.
So Jesse's down around the 8-yard line. Boy, wouldn't that be something if he were to pop another one. Talking to the official, like, give me.
Oh, I thought that was Goodman back there. Is it Jesse?
That's Jesse. I think Cooper Smith and.
But put him on oxygen over halftime.
Tyson Walker is. It's about the 19.
We are getting some questions as to what the really bright light near the sideline of Linton is, and that is water.
Yeah, reflection.
It's a reflection from the water on the concrete. So,
Big D, Dan Phillips, Heather Rader, Bill Riley, Kevin Rader, yours truly, broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box. We are.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it till I looked down there and see it. Reflection. Water does reflect. Can't do much about that.
Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard as we start quarter number 3, 14-12. Miners going deep. We got it at the 10. It's Jesse at the 20. Scooting to the outside. Wants to turn the corner and can't do it. He's down at about the 25.
Hamilton that time wrapped him up before he could get out there. Still a nice return from deep.
So the Miners will come out. Goodman on his way here.
Special shout out to Brent and Regina Robinson watching from St. Lucia, and Derek and Jenny Bradbury watching from home. And J.R. Voigtchild says, "Run, Jesse, run. Keep up the hustle."
That was incredible. Just incredible. He's done that his whole high school career, it seems like. Wide receivers left and right, wing backs left and right, one back behind the quarterback.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a keeper, and they kind of skirt their way through at about the 27, maybe the 28.
Trimble and Norris shut that down. Somebody was in the backfield pretty quick, and Goodman was able to pull.
I couldn't tell if he missed a handoff or
it looked like he pulled it out right at the last second. Managed to get a yard out of that. McBride is the wingback. Kenworthy, Sparks, Jennings on the right side. And it looks like Charborough and Andrews are on the left side. Whole bunch of Miners crowded out there, isn't there?
Here's a give on the jet sweep going the other way. We're across the 35 out to about the 36-yard line before you're popped. But it was a great run. I'm not sure who it was,
though. Cooper Smith.
It was Cooper that time.
Again, Norris got him first, and a big hit also from number 2. And that was a big play. Now that moves the chains.
Yeah, first down and 10 for the Miners. See what they can do with it here.
He needed a positive run, Cooper, for his confidence.
Yeah, because they have run that play several times without much luck. But there, first down and 10 Miners at their own 35.
McBride is the quarterback.
McBride rolling to his right. He wants to air it out. He's got a man wide open. Oliver will get it at the 40, the 30, the 20. Tries to cut back the 10. He's down inside about the 5-yard line. First and goal, Miners.
And how he held on to the ball. I thought it was going to get pulled out of there.
A healthy Oliver would have scored.
Got a flag all the way back at the 39. You would think it could be a defensive hold out there. Miners are clapping, and it is going to be. He must have put a move on, and because he was wide open. He got about 10 yards behind. But again, Braylon McBride put that on the money, Kevin. It could have been high. The hardest passes are the ones that the guy's wide open at. So that's going to really set the Miners up. We're all the way down. Not sure where the ball is going to be. It is so hard to see. It looks like it's inside the 10.
It's definitely inside the 10. I think it's about the 8.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, he's got to get at the 5. I'm going by the scoreboard. First and goal from the 5.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It looks like that guy with the 1 is about the 8. Well, the Miners have got to punch it in. We get excited about it, but that was a 57-yard pass play.
First and goal from the 8. Working under center. McBride pivots, hands off to the second man through on the right-hand side. Not a lot of room there. Maybe picked up a yard.
Looks like Taft and Huff are going to get. Yeah,
Jesse was trying to get lost in the mass in there and emerge out, but he couldn't get out the other side.
Exactly what I was going to say. You really couldn't even see him.
So now they're at the 5, so they give him a gain of 3. That was at the 8. That's more than I thought he got out of that.
Yeah, it is. It's impossible to see.
Split back, still working under center. Give it to the second man. That's Goodman, muscling his way forward. Let's see. He's in there. Touchdown. A 5-yard run by Russell Goodman.
Boy, that's what you had to do coming out the second half. Aided, of course, by the big pass play. That pass play has come back into the Miner offense.
Boy, Paul Oliver, a healthy Oliver would have scored on that, but the Miners score anyway.
Well, one of their guys came flying. Good speed. I think it was DJ Gaines, and twisted Paul, and as he went down, the other guy grabbed the ball. And just sheer strength, I think.
Going for 2.
Need this. Uh-oh.
Given on the jet sweep from the left, and there's nothing there. They're piling on at about the 15.
The play just has had one.
That Cooper again? Yeah. Cooper Smith, yeah. So the score is, with 9:51 remaining in the third quarter, it's 20-12 Miners on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Linton Sporting Goods offers custom screen printing to promote your business, brand, and team. From a large array of colors and printing options, your perfect design piece to embroidery and letter jackets. Sports runs through the family, and so does Linton Sporting Goods. Shop the tradition at Linton Sporting Goods, Highway 54, where the winners shop. So with the Stanger-Holmes touchdown, it is now 20-12. Miners on top. But, you know, if you look at that, that's only an 8-point.
Yeah, that's a touchdown, a 2-point
and
conversion.
a 2-point conversion, which Sullivan could easily do. So even though the Miners have had 2 scores in a matter of seconds here.
Yeah. Not having that.
They're still only ahead by 8.
Not having the option of a solid kicker, it just changes things.
Goodman getting ready to kick off. The ball rests at the 40.
Of course, you say that, and if we get to 2 points, then it's a whole other ball game.
Xander Friels is deep. Well, the ball is going to roll out of bounds.
Oh, man.
At about the 25.
Kick goes out of bounds. Arrows take over first and 10 from 35-yard line.
So they'll mark that off, and the ball will now go out to about the 35 is what they're saying.
Well, we've not really stopped them, and they've been able to march down the field. Granted, they just have 12 points, but they've been able to move the ball down the field. You'd like to see the defense get a 3-and-out or force something to happen.
3 wide receivers, trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. The quarterback, Ridgway, back to pass, looking for the man and the cutting across the middle, and no go, incomplete. It was intended for number 5, Carson Granby, defending on the play.
Braylon McBride.
Was it McBride?
Yeah,
all right, number 7.
If he'd have caught it, he might have took a good hit. Arrow's quickly up on the line.
Of course, the incompletion stops the clock at 9:48 now in the third.
Going for that quick hitter. We saw Western have a lot of success with that little short dinking pass play, if that's a word.
I use dink quite a bit in volleyball. Ridgway claps his hands, wants to hand it off. He can't. Now he's trying to run, puts the ball up in the air. It's knocked away. Did the Miners fall on it?
Boy, oh boy, that was confusing.
What's the call?
As could be. I'm not sure what the heat. He tried to keep it, and then he tried to throw it.
He held it up, and I could tell it was getting knocked away.
Yeah, it definitely came loose, but he must have
landed on it. Then there was a scrum,
on
and Ridgway must have gotten control of it.
Andrews and Sparks were back there, but a whole lot of Miners. Now here we go, 3rd and 13. This is the play you got to get him off the field.
Trips to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Quarterback's all by himself back there, which tells you he's not going to hold on to this ball very long.
Nope. He may go up the middle.
You can hear the fans looking for a big play. They got a man wide open out there, and he makes a spin near the first down. He's going to be about a yard short, I think.
It's going to be Arnett, who was wearing number 17. Nice pass
Great
again
pass
by Ridgway.
play out to about the 45. So that'll make it a manageable 4th down and about a half yard.
Well, you got to give credit where credit was due. That was just a fine-looking pass play. Feltner was right there to make the hit. Yeah, that'd be first down. It was a 45. So, now they're going to give it to him.
There's the signal.
So, clock this one down, Kevin. I mean, 3rd and 13, you got a chance to get the Arrows off the field, and you don't do it. Got rid of the ball quick, too.
That was a quick out pattern.
And that's the first we've seen of Arnett. He's a 6'3" or 4" senior.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Ridgway eyes the defense, takes the snap, hands off to their running back, Huff, and no Huff and Puff
lost
there.
The ball
He's
too.
down.
Goodman and
Goodman comes up with the football.
I think they'd blown the whistle dead.
They'd blown the ball dead, the play dead.
It's a couple of nice plays by Howard, 53.
So, wide to the right, Connor Brunage.
We want to say hello to Craig Rigdon, who says, I'm really glad that you guys cover the games online because even though I'm a Golden Arrows fan, it is nice to be able to tune in and watch this rivalry game. I'm tuning in from St. Louis, Missouri.
We're glad to have you and any fan from Sullivan. So what a great rivalry. Ridgway puts it up in the air.
Intercepted.
It was intercepted. We're going the other way. McBride, he's at the 40, down inside the 40 at about the 38. About 3 players for Linton had a shot at that ball.
Yeah.
Flag.
All we can do is that happened after the play or during the return. But this could be a...
Or was the quarterback roughed?
Oh, goodness.
Miners are backing up.
Yeah. And right now, you look at
talking to
number 11 for the Miners, Harrison James, just kind of rolled his head back with talking to the referee.
Russell Goodman is trying to explain his case that he had him wrapped up. Oh, my goodness.
I thought that might be the case.
Well, boy, I tell you what, wipe that out, and that's a heck of a play. Arrow's going to get a first down.
So the first time you get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and I think Russell's
passer.
saying I had a hold of him on the way down. You can't touch the quarterback anymore. I don't care. You could breathe on him and you're going to get a penalty. This is a game-changing play. Interception.
Yeah, it really
the ball
is. An interception with the ball inside the 40-yard line of Sullivan, but now Sullivan has a first down and 10 at the 42 of the Miners. And they're down by 8 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard of 20-12.
Big penalty.
Huff picks his way through the right-hand side. He's inside the 35, down to about the 33. That's close to a first down, probably a couple of yards short.
Harrison James takes the hit, brings him down. But now they're at the Miner 35. Gosh, at 3rd and 13 and couldn't get him out of there. Then we make the interception and get a call. Defense has got to try to stand up and stop this Sullivan drive.
2nd down 2. Ridgeway. Man in motion. Going to give straight ahead to Huff. He spins his way. Close. Should be right about there.
Yeah, he didn't need a whole lot. Andrews.
They almost had him stopped, but when he spun around, I thought he got enough for the first down, and he did. They're moving the chains.
Andrews and Cooper. Smith had him.
Ball now at about the 33 of the Miners, and another first down and 10 for Sullivan.
Oh, we had the big
Trips
play.
to the right. One wide receiver to the left. DJ Gaines is out here all alone, all by his lonesome on the left. Trips to the right side, as I said. Man in motion.
Oh, it's going to be
There's a flag down right away before they even got the play underway, really.
That suspiciously looked like number 8 was preparing to throw the ball. It looked to me like the arrow came from the sideline and lined up outside. There you go.
Illegal substitution.
Just looked like he showed up suddenly off the sideline. Back in my day, you saw that a lot. Guys would just kind of stand off to the side and take a step on, and you wouldn't catch him.
Sometimes you see that, and I saw that in a college game this last week where a player stood off to the side and nobody paid any attention. Sometimes you can sneak that in.
Yeah. The official caught that one. That play didn't look like it was going anywhere. But
trips to the left. Ridgeway. First down and 15. Ball now at the 38 of the Miners. He's looking to the right. Wants to get it up in the air. He's running for his life, and he throws the ball out of bounds. Another flag down at about the 43.
Well, that flag is down further. I don't know how that's not grounding either.
Have to be holding or grounding, yeah.
Where the flag is makes you think it's a defensive hold, but officials are talking. They're going to call procedure on Sullivan.
From back there.
That's probably an alignment situation.
Illegal procedure, Sullivan. Well, right now, Sullivan cannot get out of its own way.
Yeah.
The Arrows have been moving the ball. They've been able to make some plays, but then they'll make a play or a mistake, an error.
What I see is
it's been costly.
We're getting pressure on Ridgeway, but we're overrunning him, and he's getting out of the pocket.
Trips to the left. One setback. Huff. Ridgeway, the quarterback. High snap, but doesn't have to be too high at 6'5". The ball on the outside to DJ Gaines is complete, and he's tackled immediately by Voigtchild.
Nice, solid hit.
So it puts him now at about 2nd down and 9 with the ball resting at the 31 of the Miners.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. You get 11 yards of that 20 that you need. Nice job by Gaines hanging on to that.
They do a lot of moving around here with the receivers. It's not hard to keep up with, but it is hard to tell you which receiver is which. There's two to the left, one to the right. You also have a wingback to the right. That man's in motion. There's the snap. It's over the quarterback's head, and he's down. He smartly falls on it at the 39.
Well,
that's going to make it Third down and long.
There's the play you need to help you with the drive.
And there's where they can't get out of their way again.
Yeah,
Sullivan just seems to be not self-imploding because they're only down by 8.
Yeah.
But it seems like they just can't get out of their own way on this drive.
Under 5 minutes in the third quarter. And I'm impressed with this Ridgeway. I do want to say Fraker on the sideline doesn't have the thing on his arm anymore, so he may be getting closer to play, but Ridgeway's making a cause for not moving him.
Trips to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Again, lone setback.
There we go.
They're running and running after Ridgeway, but he's got wheels. He attempts to pass, and then he goes out of bounds.
Nice job. Tyler Franklin comes in. Don't see him on defense a whole lot.
I think they might have lost yardage on that.
That's going to go it would go as a sack, but I'm not quite sure who would get credit for it.
Yeah, you might have to go back to Sullivan to make this first down. I say that, and now watch.
Yeah. The pressure from Franklin, and again, he got outside of him. Cooper
fourth down and 19. Country mile.
So
they're going to punt.
We're getting to the quarterback. He's just making a nice play. But here's a punt again.
Punt standing at the 49, and now another flag down. What's this one? Illegal procedure again. Is that what it is?
Offside on us. You got to wonder. You give him 5 yards.
I saw him do this. See what it is.
Compare notes. Procedure.
That's what I thought. I saw him make this sign.
Boy, you talk about a self-destructive drive.
Yeah, they're just going backwards. So, my gosh. You got to be a math major to get this figured out. 4th and 24 at the 46. We got some experts over there. Now the punter's standing at about his 40. Got a bad snap. He just gets it out of there. It's a great punt. Goes fielded at the 10, the 20, and now, I don't know if they'll make the 20. More like the 19.
Feltner on the return, number 44 and 19. Two guys that are reserve guys, Xander Farrow and Silas Adams.
The Miners need to get a touchdown to take control of this to lead more than by one touchdown.
Yeah, you'd feel a lot more comfortable with making it a two-score game.
Sullivan can score so fast.
Yeah, they can.
See what the Miners do on this possession. Paul Oliver is wide to the right. Assuming it's Feltner then, wide to the left. Working from the gun. Running back in the sidecar. Waiting for the snap. Man in motion. They give it to the man in motion. Running through the 20, out to the 25. Now at about the 28-yard line is, I believe, Voigt's child.
That's Jesse. Does a nice job cutting inside his blocks and kind of carries the defender. And that gives you a good first down run. Taft is going to be on that tackle.
Boy, when he's running like that, it just seems like he gets lost in the traffic.
Yeah.
You can't find him. And I don't mean us. I mean the defense.
Yeah,
they just don't know where he is.
Got an 8-yard gain. Jesse to 64 yards on 11 touches tonight.
Second down 2.
Comes again.
They're going to get a hold of him right away. He tries to spin and get away, and then he's slammed down at about the 25.
Just trying to pull that ball out. So now we had second and short.
Yeah, we had 2nd and 2, but now it's going to be about 2nd and 4, I would think, or 3rd and 4.
And just a huge play. Several plays in a game you call huge, but you don't want to kick the ball right back to Sullivan.
Yeah,
because really they killed themselves on that last drive.
McBride is now going to take the snap, which means Goodman is the setback. Man in motion.
Got him to
jump.
jump.
Cooper Smith. They jumped again. That motion with Cooper Smith, he could get player of the game for that. That's like the third time tonight.
I just know, you're so keyed up you're so keyed up, but that gave us a first down. I mean, that's a humongous play by the Miner offensive line, just staying still.
Ball now at the 32. Trips to the left. One wide receiver to the right. McBride going to hand it off. It's Jesse coming through. He just has one man to beat at the 40, and that man makes the tackle. Great play by Lloyd Hauger. to bring Jesse down almost in the open field. He was like a step away.
Good tackle. Got him low. He was on his way. That was a 9-yard gain, and you love it. That's 2nd and 1. That's 3 straight exact same plays. Coming back with a counter.
Trips to the left, one wide receiver to the right, working to the near hash mark. There's the snap. Got a man wide open. The ball's up in the air. He has to wait for the ball. He gets it, and first down and 10 Miners inside the 30-yard line.
It's Cooper Smith.
He had to wait on that ball, or it would have been 6.
I think Braylon is so shocked that they're that wide open. However,
the defensive back was able to catch up since that ball was.
Yeah.
But it worked. It's first down and 10, and you are in
31
Sullivan
yards.
territory.
Yeah, that's 162 Miner passing yards. We have 105 running yards. When was the last time you've seen the passing game overtake the running game?
Going to go up in the air again. Going to go to Oliver with a jump ball, and he's got it. First down and 10 Miners inside the 5. That was a jump ball. Go get it, big fella.
Yeah, when they throw it up like that, you think it's anybody's ball.
First and goal for the Miners with the clock running now, 1:40 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Miners knocking on the door. 20-12 right now on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
Low snap.
Low snap. He is able to pick it up and try to run around the right-hand side. Stiff arms and out of bounds.
No, they stopped the play, didn't they? Oh, did he run out of bounds? I thought maybe his knee was down.
No, it was a good tackle by Gaines to get him out of bounds.
Just about a disastrous play there. Well, he loses 4 yards. He's back out to the 8. No doubt 4-down territory. But again, I know we sound like a broken record, but a
second down goal.
A short field goal here makes it a 2-score game.
Waiting for the snap. Goodman.
Oh, he's
trying to roll to his left. He's got to cut up.
Oh,
he can't quite turn the corner. He's inside the 10.
Norris did a nice open field tackle for Sullivan. I mean, this is.
See where they end up placing that football.
If he's at the 5 or 4, it is impossible to tell.
It is third down. 2-down territory, no doubt.
That's hard. I'm trying to look.
One wide receiver to the left. The 2 wing backs. Working from the gun. Man in motion. That's Cooper Smith. Going to roll to his right. Got a man wide open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Miners!
Jesse Voigtchild across the back side of the end zone. Good block by the offensive line.
You notice 2 wide receivers were cutting out.
Yeah.
The first one took all the defensive players with him, and the second one, the trailer, was Voigtchild, and it was on the money.
And he had the time, Kevin. He had the time.
Well, that rolling out helps tremendously.
Yeah, but the backside is being covered by the
Stanger
line.
Holmes touchdown with 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter has the Miners taking control of this ball game. See what they do now for this extra point.
Yeah,
there's the snap. Giving it to Jesse again, working on the right-hand side. Spins his way, and he's in there. Run, Jesse, run. 28-12 Miners with 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Anna, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We fully expected the passing game of Sullivan to be effective tonight. We did not expect the passing game for the Miners to be this successful.
Yeah, well,
but 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, really 3 weeks. Monrovia, 3 touchdowns in that one. So, yeah, 35 seconds to go, and that gives you a little bit of padding. And like you said, the Arrows can score quick. We've seen that happen.
We saw it happen right before the half.
Yeah.
Boy, the Miners now have scored. Is that 3 successive unanswered touchdowns?
Yeah, it was 12.
3 Stanger home touchdowns. Goodman ready to kick off. There's a low kick, squibbing. Oh, it's handled nicely by number 2, Friels. Gets around one man at the 20, gets around another man at the 30, and finally down at about the 42. Good tackle there by number 52, Corey Andrews, in the open field.
Just about. Nice play by Friels. I mean, the ball was at the 10. Looked like it might die there. Gets it all the way out to the Arrow 41, so it's going to be good field position for them.
Well, 27 seconds left in the third. We know that's plenty of time for
Yeah.
Sullivan. 2 wide receivers to the left.
So just received his text on my cell phone that says, "Hey, Big D, thanks for the shout-out and compliments. Means a lot. I never miss a game. My grandson's been playing football and playing a major role and haven't been able to come back." From Coach Wellington.
Running on the right side, a ball out to about the 49. And I believe, was that Gaines?
Oh, tough. 32. Jesse gets up limping a little bit. He and Feltner were on that tackle. The tough kid is Huff. He's running the ball hard.
Yeah, it really is. Ball's at the 49. They're going to give it to him again. He's
Cuts
trying
outside.
to skirt around the outside. Somebody lost a helmet. It's rolling at about the 35. I don't know. It's a member, or it's one of the Sullivan. It's number 36, Ty Hamilton, lost his helmet. But let's see, that run, the Miners.
Down about the 41 of Linton.
All right.
Quarter is.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And this quarter is sponsored by Key Associates of Linton. Call Allie Walton, Mary Beth Arrows, or Audrey Sparks of Linton, as they are your key to the best.
Yep, they really are. The Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard is still 28-12 Miners as we head into the fourth quarter. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
In addition to Pacers basketball, my family's a big fan of 2 things: rescue dogs and great Connecticut water. So when we adopted Walter to join Bailey, he too gets his bowl of water right from our Connecticut K5 drinking water station. We take our water quality seriously, which is why we also have a whole home water treatment system. Improve your water like we do. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com for your free in-home water test. Connecticut, official sponsor of the Indiana Pacers.
Okay, welcome back now. Let's see what Sullivan's going to try to do with this football here with the ball now 1st and 10 at the Miner 41-yard line.
Linton with 154-37 in yardage in that third quarter.
Ridgeway. High snap, is able to pull it down. Nice run up the middle.
Man, right down the middle.
Lloyd Hauger right inside the 30, down, finally pulled down. They were holding on. Somebody had hold of his jersey, was dragging behind him.
He made a nice cut in the middle, and there was nothing there. Hauger's had some effective runs now.
Yeah.
The Arrows are down at the Miner 25 just in 3 plays.
Right now, number 8, Catlin is going out.
That was a quick 16-yard hitter by Hauger.
Number 21, Jackson Trimble, is back in now. He's in motion, going from right to left. Now 2 wide receivers on the left, split backs. Now he comes back to the right again. There's the snap. They give it straight ahead. Man wide open there. Number 23, Hauger, again running tough. He's inside the 10 at about the 9. Be 1st and goal for Sullivan. Hauger's been a breath of fresh air for this Sullivan team.
James and Feltner saved the touchdown, but that's back-to-back plays, and he just went right down the gut I don't know what happened. Back-to-back 16-yard runs by Hauger.
He seems to be able to find that hole and accelerate quickly.
It looks like Huff's the one that just pounds the ball in there, and Hauger kind of puts a juke and then puts the speed on. Plenty of time.
Two wide receivers to the right, one setback. Quarterback Ridgway is going to run straight ahead. He's trying to get to the outside, and he can't get it. He slips and falls. Otherwise, he would have scored.
Yeah, he was on his way to the end zone, cut back. So if you're an Arrow fan, you got to like the fact the Arrows have not laid down.
So that puts the ball. They're saying it's at the 5.
Yeah, I try to look at the sideline. It's probably about the 3-ish.
Yeah, it's definitely inside the 5 if you look at the sticks.
Now you got Trimble back there, so you're probably going to see the quarterback keep it right up the gut.
Second down goal, split backs by the quarterback. Ridgway is going to hand off. They're going to go to their thumper, going straight ahead, but they got a flag out there at about the 10. Holding Sullivan.
Man. But that's a big penalty on the Arrows.
My, oh my. The story for them, if this trend continues the way it is, will be this, that they have just self-imploded. They've done a lot of things to hurt themselves. Heavens knows how many points they would have in this ball game if they had not.
Well, the last drive was definitely, we had some nice plays towards the end of it, but this pushes them back. Now, the one thing about this is it gives them more room in that end zone, more yardage to roll out. The ball out to 15, so the ball must have been at the 5.
Second and goal from the 15. Two wide receivers to the right, two wide receivers to the left. Ridgway, man in motion. He's going to give it to him, cutting around the right-hand side.
Oh, you got him.
Squirting his way down to the end zone, and I think he's in there.
That's Catlin, number 8. And
touchdown.
We had him 2 or 3 times, and he's just showing desire and fighting through it.
15 yards out, a 15-yard run. Touchdown, Sullivan, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, that
a Stanger Holmes touchdown from 15 yards out.
You applaud the effort, but you wonder about the tackling. 9:59, so there's plenty of time. That makes this next drive an important one. The Arrow's going to go for 2 to try to tie the game up.
There's the snap. Ridgway hands it off, going on the right-hand side. That's going to be in there as well. They are running tough now. So with 9:59 remaining in this football game on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, the score is Linton 28, Sullivan 20. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
You ever been out here where a sunrise is not only seen, but also felt? Where chasing friends around isn't just a thing of the past, where wrong turns always feel right. So meet us out here, the all-new Razor XP.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales. If you need an Evolution golf cart, Gaither Power Sports is the place for you. Prices starting at $69.95. They come with an 8-year battery warranty, and 0% financing for 36 months is also available. Gaither Power Sports is also your Aventon e-bike dealer. Gaither Power Sports and Trailer Sales, located at State Road 54, just west of Linton, in business since 2003. Boy, those e-bikes are very popular these days. Getting ready for the kickoff here. Ketterer getting ready to boot this one away. It's going to go to the far side to one of the upbacks at about the 20, the 30. Skips around one man, and it's going to be down at about the 32.
It's Tyson Walker, number 26.
Making that play. Coming up in our post-game show, the player of the game by Voldico Insurance of Linton, proudly based in Linton since 2007. Voldico Insurance, French financial agency, offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance across many states and represents over 50 of the state's and nation's top companies. If there is a better option for your insurance, they will find it. Give them a call for your insurance needs at 812-847-4747. The Voldico Insurance player of the game, Big D, could be decided here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's who's going to step up. Miners had some big runs from Voigtchild and some big passes from McBride on that last series. They're going to need them now.
9:53 remaining in the game. Miners have a 28-20 advantage.
Goodman's the quarterback.
Going on the left-hand side of the line, and boy, I think maybe he got one or two.
Yeah, he ran right into the Staunton line down there, Eli Garrett. Trying to do a change of pace there, I suppose.
Second down and 8.
Just out to the 35. And we look now again. Goodman is at quarterback. McBride is at wing back. Boykstad at running back.
Two wide receivers to the left. Wing back to the right, man in motion. That's McBride. They're going to give it to him. McBride is out to about the 40. It's the first time we've seen him carry from a wing back position tonight.
Might be his first carry that I've seen him have all year. Taft, number 3, is one of the guys that get down there. Now, probably the biggest play of the game. Third down, you don't get it. You're
Says third down and 4. It kind of looks like third down and 5 to me, but maybe it is 4. It's a long 4 if it's 4.
Good time for Cooper Smith to come in motion for the Arrows to jump.
McBride goes out to the wing, and he got a timeout. Miners. They didn't like how they were aligning there. So there's a timeout on the field. 8:45 remaining in the game. It's 28-20 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Stay tuned. It's going to go down to the last minute. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Hi, I'm Bailey Pilot. I've been cheering for 2 years, and I'm looking forward to this season the most would be senior night.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Tatlock. I've cheered for 7 years, and my favorite memory was going to state and being with the girls and having fun. Hi, my name is Ava Riggleman. I've been cheering for 7 years now, and my favorite memory is cheering at state and watching the crowd support the Linton Miners.
Hi, my name's Shaylee Simmons. This is my 5th year cheering, and my favorite memory is when we went to state for the boys basketball team, and we had a lot of fun in the hotels, and we made a lot of memories.
It's third down and 4. Ball at the 39. Miners need to pick up a first down.
Goodman at quarterback.
They're going to hand it off.
Play.
Coming here around the left side and make a cut. And then there's they throw a flag, and it looks like the flag is going to be on Cooper Smith.
Oh, no.
At the 40. Now, they cut right by Cooper, but they're going to say he was holding.
Well, the Arrows have been killed by penalties. Now the Miners convert a third down that would at least eat another 3 minutes off the clock.
Looks like just a great cut.
Yeah.
But they're saying holding, yep, Miners.
It's blocking the back. And that, talk about killers. Can't really complain.
Sullivan overcame theirs.
Yeah,
so.
the Arrows have had theirs. So
is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting her family. She says, let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana. Call 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia. One agent for all of your insurance needs.
Well, McBride now in at quarterback. They probably all are expecting the pass play, and there it is. There it goes. And it's caught.
And he's got his man at the 40-yard line, still scampering down.
They're going to say incomplete.
Oh, incomplete.
Oh, my gosh.
Cooper Smith had it. Yep, echo in here. Cooper Smith brought it down. Great throw by McBride.
Boy, I thought he had it.
But when he hit, it must have jarred the ball loose.
And I know professional, the rule is you've got to complete follow through the whole thing, but oh my goodness, that would have been unbelievable. The ball was out there, and he had to kind of turn. Oh my goodness, now we're going to have to punt. They're going to have good field position.
4th down and 14.
Oh my.
One man deep for Sullivan. I can't quite tell. There's the boot. It looks like it's 34 gains. He makes the first 2 men
Goodness gracious.
miss. He's at the 50, cuts back at the 45, now inside the 40, down at about the 39. First down and 10, Sullivan.
I'm telling you, 3 guys hit this kid right about the 45, and he busted it up, and you almost feel like the Arrow Singers are willing their way to try to get this victory. Webster's going to bring him down, but he dragged him a good 7 yards. And they are at the Miner 38-yard line.
Unbelievable. 2 wide receivers to the left. 2 backs by the quarterback. Man in motion is Gaines. Ridgway. Hands off straight ahead. They get inside the 40 to about the 38. I'd say they give him about another yard.
Huff up the gut. Lyons was one of the guys there.
The lone setback now is Leighton Huff. 2 to the right, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, working to the near hash mark. So 1 wide receiver is left to the wide side of the football field. Huff now shifting, going to a sidecar beside the quarterback, Ridgway. Ridgway takes it, hands off to him.
Nice hit.
He gets around one man, is still muscling his way forward, but again,
Lyons.
maybe another yard. That's about it.
Chris Lyons on a nice stop that time, wrapped him up.
I'm surprised they've gone with the running plays.
I know, but they had success with it.
But with the other back, who was the...
Oh, Hauger,
Yeah.
23. Well, here we go, 3rd down. You know, they're in 4-down territory, I'm sure, at this time. 7 minutes right on the clock.
3rd down, 10. Miner fans starting to raise up and yell, trying to make their presence felt. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left.
Swing
Quarterback
pass.
Ridgway looking to his left, tries to get around one man. He does! And now he's hit down, but after he throws a completion to about the 35-yard line. Not enough for a first down to be 4th down.
Granby, boy, what an effort by that quarterback. Well, we've got to learn to wrap him up.
At least 3 Miners missed him.
Yeah, I mean, he got out of there. Feltner and Voigtchild were out there in the flats to bring him down. But
for a big guy, he's awfully elusive in the pocket.
He is. Well, here it is. This could be the game.
4th down and long. 6 minutes remaining in this game. 4th down and 8. This could be the ball game.
Arnett, the big 6'4" target, coming wide right.
Justin Walker split out there to the right. Big rush. They throw out there in the flat.
He's
going to be close. He does not make it. He's down at the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10. Miners going the other way.
Goodman and Andrews. Andrews puts the first hit on him. I'm not sure who caught the pass.
Great replay.
Oh, let's see.
Great replay.
See if you can tell me who caught that pass. 8, Catlin. Big hit from Andrews, and Russell Goodman gets out there.
And talk about elusive. He's about as elusive as anybody on this field, and they were not going to let him get away.
So now the Miners need to churn out some first downs with 5:50.
Churn out the clock. What a great defensive play.
Classic bend and not break.
So the Miners break the huddle. What are they going to do with 5:50 remaining in the game? They have a 28-20 lead on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
Sullivan still with 3 timeouts.
Hand it off. It must be Jesse because it's hard to find him in that pile.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there.
Yeah, it was Jesse. Nothing there.
75, Layden Simmons. And, you know, we've got to get a first down. You don't want to give them the ball.
They're going to say he got a yard, but... loss of 1, so it's 11. 11 yards now.
Jesse with 74 yards on 15 carries.
Who's in at quarterback? Is it Goodman?
It is Goodman. We had so much success with that offense set with McBride and Goodman at running back.
Goodman going to keep it.
Nothing.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing on the inside. Again, Garrett, 69. That's Clem. And Holyfield, 57. And now you're forced into a passing.
3rd down and 8.
A passing situation, or you're going to give the ball right back to Sullivan.
3 in the play, bring 3rd down and 8.
Now this is a big play.
It is. And now you bring in McBride.
Because you'll have to punt if you...
And you know it's a passing situation. Oh, my goodness. I don't...
Calling for the pass, rolling to the left. He's got a rush coming after him.
He's not there.
McBride can't get it that way, so he puts his head down, and he's got a first down.
He might have made the play.
He made him think he was going to pass it, and then he tucked it and took off, and it was the right decision.
He showed the speed you talked about that we don't see a lot, and I just think this offense has got more weaponry, more choices when he's back there. Out to the 44-yard line.
That was a huge play.
It was 11 yards. And
4:25 remaining in the game. They can churn more time off the clock. They're going to have to get another first down, though.
Yeah, the Arrows will have to start using first downs, and now McBride is in the game. Wichita comes around. Here comes the inside handoff to
Jet
Cooper
sweep
Smith.
coming the other way. Cooper inside the 50, the 45, the 40.
Takes a hit
running
out of
down the
bounds.
field, out of bounds at about the 35, and there's a flag.
There you go.
Was it a late hit?
He dragged him out. They called that against us last week. Cameron Farmer should have let him loose. Now, do I agree with that being a penalty? No. I think they're right on the sideline. It's kind of a tough thing to call. Wasn't like he come up and give him before I'm out of bounds. Did they call?
Waiting to see. They haven't seen a signal yet, but I'm pretty sure that was it.
Oh, we got the penalty for that same thing last week, but it's
maybe they'll pick it up. Let's see. Personal foul.
Oh, that's unsportsmanlike.
There might have been something during the tackle.
Could have been something said. Not
or
sure.
Maybe an arm or something. First down. You hear the crowd. Aaron Lynn.
Well, the reason I don't like the call is because that's what you're going to hear about, not the fact that was a 21-yard run. It's going to put the ball down at the 23.
Great run by Cooper Smith.
Yeah. Frustration may be showing. Maybe it didn't happen on what we thought it happened.
Ball at the 23, waiting for the snap. Going to give it the same play, and this time Cooper doesn't really have anywhere to run.
On the ball.
They stand him up, but he's able to get down to the ground at about the 23. But, when they do stand him up, if you don't get the ball, you've killed another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Clock running. Second down 10, ball at the 23 of Sullivan. The Miners now are just taking the knife and twisting it.
Yeah, I would use every single bit of that clock. Every single bit of it, so they have to.
They jump offside.
This time it's number 70.
The Grill is open 7 days a week with a large menu featuring daily specials. Dine in or carry out your favorites for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in downtown Linton, the family-owned business has something for everyone.
11 flags on the Arrows for 52 yards, 3 on the Miners, 30, but we had some other ones on kickoffs I didn't quite get. Sullivan has definitely shot themselves in the foot with penalties tonight.
Yep, they can look at themselves in the mirror tomorrow and say that, you know what?
Of course, we had a penalty on a first down run that would have helped us as well. Here
McBride
we go.
takes the snap, hands off to Goodman, going off the right-hand side. He's still motoring inside the 10. They're going to put him down at the 10, and the clock continues to run.
That'll be a first down for the
Miners.
Miners.
No, it stops. I'm sorry.
Huff with another tackle for the Arrows. He is definitely a gamer. Got him for 9 tackles.
Miners in the red zone with the ball at the first down and 10.
24 yards for Goodman.
At the 10. Should be first and goal, should it not? Yep, there it is. First and goal. Wide receivers left and right. McBride, man in motion, that's Voigtchild. Going to give the other way to Goodman, going off the right-hand side. They stand him up. I don't know if he gained any or may have lost a yard.
Taft again, number 3, just playing a great outside linebacker. Now we got him with 10 tackles. Arrows hanging in there. I mean, we saw them score and literally no time off the clock. Granted, it was a busted play, but.
Is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not about protecting her family, she says. Let me help protect yours. Proudly serving Indiana, 812-582-8941. Here's a run off the left side, stood up and back down, and got to get to about the 8. So she says, let me help protect your family as well. Proudly serving Indiana. Call Alicia Cornelius at 812-582-8941. One agent for all of your insurance needs.
He got down to the 6, so now Arrows are going to try to stop the clock at the 2:12 mark.
So a timeout on the field with 2:12 remaining in the game. Miners lead it 28-20 and have the ball at the 6-yard line of Sullivan when we return. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
At Violet & Company, we love assisting each of you in all of life's special moments. We are a locally owned floral shop at 69 North Main Street in downtown Linton. Contact us at 812-847-3208 to purchase your arrangement for any special occasion or stop in for that perfect gift. Stay in touch with us on Facebook under Violet & Company for upcoming events and to see our latest creations. We encourage you to live life in full bloom.
Welcome back to the Roy. It's been a lot of great Sullivan-Linton ball games. This is another one.
Coming down to the wire.
The
Third
Linton
down and
Cycle
6.
Sales scoreboard, it's 28-20 with 2:12 to go. But, boy, we've seen touchdowns in a matter of 12 seconds, 20 seconds. I mean, an intercept. I mean, I'm just throwing this out, but anything could happen yet in this ball
you feel really
game.
good about is it's an 8-point game. So really, it would take an extra point, a 2-point conversion to tie us. But you can end all that by getting in the end zone.
Yep. You can make it academic. Third down, 6. Man
Miners
in motion.
Miners move.
Illegal procedure, Miners.
And you just made it a little bit harder on you. So both teams have really had some penalties that have really hurt themselves.
Well, you've got to start thinking about the Voldico player of the game for
yeah,
our
I'll tell you
E2
what.
Custom Creations post-game show.
I don't know where that, that's a tough one.
You know, you could say Jesse.
Yeah.
You could also say Cooper Smith, who I
Yeah.
think has played well.
And you hate to
There's
ignore-
always people on the defensive side of the ball, too.
I hate to ignore anybody. Oh, there's the inside.
Give it to Jesse.
He's
He's got some room to run. Touchdown!
What was that you were saying, Kevin? Voigt's child. 11 yards.
11 yards out. Jesse Voigtchild is putting his name imprinted in the annals of Sullivan-Linton Minor football.
16 carries, 85 yards, and he made just to put the nail in the coffin at the 2:10 mark.
Boy, people will be talking about Jesse's night tonight.
Well, he's a proud singer, and they've not lost to the Arrows. And this would be 7 wins in a row.
Boy,
should
that
the
was
Miners-
great blocking
Yeah,
up front.
He cut it inside.
They're going for 2 here.
Uh-oh, watch out. buddy.
McBride's in trouble. Cuts between 2 men.
Wait a minute.
Still going down. Does
He's
he get in? Holy smokes. How did he get through?
He shed big number 69, took a big hit, and
That's
managed
it,
to get
folks. Game over. 36-20 Miners with 2:10 to play with that Stanger Holmes touchdown by Jesse Voigtchild and the 2-point extra point. The Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard reads 36-20 Miners. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076. Two minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the game on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Miners preparing to kick off here. You got to give Sullivan credit. I don't think anybody's left over there. You look over to the other side of their stands.
That's what you would hope. That's what you would hope every fan would do. Stay to the bitter end and support your kids. They've been right in this contest.
Well, now I look, I do see a few people going out to the parking lot here, but a majority are staying.
The student section's still over there pretty loud and proud.
Yep.
They haven't taken down the only Linton likes Linton sign, though.
There's the boot. Gets by the running back there. Friels.
This is how
he fumbles it, coughs it up. Miners fall on it. First down and 10 on the 11.
Feltner pops it loose. Chris Lyons recovers it. That was a bad play all around for number 2, Frells.
No, just a tough break. Another one where they just shot themselves in the foot.
I think so, yeah.
2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the game. 36-20, and see if the Miners just take knees or what are they going to do here?
Well, they may take a knee now, but in the old days, they would have gone to the air 4 straight plays and tried to punch it in. That's the way it used to be. And that would have happened on both sides of the ball. That's not Linton favorite. That's just how it used to be.
You mean they'd kind of rub your nose in it?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I remember a couple 56-13 games.
Miners come out. Receivers left and right. Oliver to the right. Feltner to the left. Wingbacks left and right. One setback for McBride. Man in motion. That's Jesse. They're going to give it to him. Katie bar the door. He's in.
Oh, the finishing touches in the air.
Oh, my gosh. 10 yards out. First and goal from the 10. Now I see people starting to leave on the Sullivan side. Unbelievable. 42-20, a Stanger Holmes touchdown. Is that his third of the night?
Well, I tell you what, you were asking about player of the game, and I think Jesse just took the reins from my face and said, you know who it's going to be.
Miner's going to go for 2, not to rub it in, but just they don't have a kicker.
Yeah.
Receivers left and right. They're going to throw for it. They got him in. He's caught the ball, but no.
Uh-oh.
Coughed it up when he hit the ground. Uh-oh, did he hit the
It's Oliver. He hurt his shoulder
pylon?
again.
Oh, is that Paul?
Yeah, he's hardly moving.
Yeah, he's got that arm. That's not a good thing. That could be a costly play. 42-20 is the score after that Stanger Holmes touchdown by Jesse Voigtchild. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our Miners.
Miners getting ready now to kick off. What an avalanche of scoring here for the Miners. I mean, 22 points. Would you have believed it?
No, I would not have.
Well, the parade of golf carts is starting to pull out.
Yeah.
Ball now at the 40. Goodman approaches. There's the kick. It's going to roll back there. It's going to be picked up by Catlin. And his helmet comes off. Hope he's okay.
Corey Andrews.
Well, no, I guess it wasn't Catlin. Somebody else's helmet
came off. It was Andrews who made the big hit.
Kick returned by Marie Catlin. Down by number 52, Andrews.
1:55 to go now in the ball game. 42-20 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
Arrow ball first and 10.
Again,
24-yard line.
Big D, Heather Rader, Bill Riley, and yours truly in the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home Service press box. Ridgway, the quarterback, as Big D's pointed out, really has been impressive tonight. Throws it across the middle, a little short, incomplete.
Voigtchild and McBride were out there. Granby was going to take a big hit.
Yeah, I think it was Voigtchild that pulled off. Or that would have been.
It would have been a 15-yard penalty is what that would have been.
Yep.
42 points for the Miners. It was 20. What was it at halftime? 22-12. Oh, a big hit.
Good stick. They get it up in the air. Should have been intercepted, but it's knocked down anyway. Incomplete at midfield. Quarterback Ridgway got decked back at about the 10.
Well, I'm not sure who put that hit on. Goodman got in there and
Shout out to Margaret and Simon, who's watching from Westfield tonight, sitting around a bonfire, says, "Go Miners, beat Sullivan."
You just leave that light on tonight.
Nope, going to keep it.
Ridgeway breaks through the line of scrimmage.
And we should say that that's the blue light on her porch every time the Miners play.
Every time the Miners play, she turns on the light.
For about every
on
sport,
her porch.
doesn't she?
Yep.
Yep.
Out to the 28.
You just leave that light on all night tonight.
40 yards rushing for Ridgeway on 12 carries. I think he's proven himself very solid.
He really has.
Make a big decision for the Arrow coaching staff when Fraker is back to play. I don't know how you keep.
Because the errors that have been made have not been his.
No.
Ridgeway claps his hands. There's the snap.
Clock is running.
The rush closes in on him. Out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 1:02 remaining in the game. 42-20, that was fourth down. Miners take over, take a couple of knees, and this one will be over.
And this one's got to feel good because for the fourth week in a row, the Miners in a very physical game. Third week in a row, really coming to the wire.
We want to encourage all of you to stay tuned to the post-game show sponsored by E2 Custom Creations. Kevin and Leah McKee will be on the field, and Big D will be awarding the Valdico Player of the Game.
I can almost hear Coach Wellington right now.
What's that?
I said I can almost hear Coach Wellington right now dialing
There's a knee.
Dialing out the hook and ladder. Boy, another strong performance by Braylon McBride. And, you know, he's not playing quarterback every down. Goodman's out there at least the same amount, if not more.
Come back and do it one more time. 2nd and 11 for the ball at the 29 of the Arrows. There's the knee.
I've never liked that the kneel down counts against the quarterback rushing. Never liked it.
I don't think anybody cares if they're able to take a kneel.
No.
So that is going to do it. An impressive 42-20 win for the Linton Miners over the Arrows of Sullivan. Stay tuned for the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
E2 Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, E2 Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, we share those memories. When we pull the boxes of old pictures out of the closet, we revisit those memories of our past. Whether it's a photo or a special moment with family, a picture of a loved one who has passed. When you think about that moment, there's a memory that goes with it. At E2 Custom Creations, we offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage, awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Let us help you personalize a unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. If you have an idea, reach out and let's talk about how we can bring your idea to life.
Welcome back to Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners, and you're currently in the post-game show sponsored by E2 Custom Creations, of which you just saw online. Kevin is heading to the field with student assistant Leah McKee, and now it's time for the Valdico Insurance Player of the Game.
Well, it's kind of sweet whenever you don't really know for sure who you're going to. We did this last week. You were asking me, and I was like, I'm not sure. Then Braylon McBride throws 2 touchdown passes. Well, I think Jesse Voigtchild tonight made a couple of big runs, made a lot of defensive hits. You could have given this to about anybody. It's a team sport. But the Valdico player of the game, without a doubt, is going to be Jesse Voigtchild. 17 carries, 101 yards rushing. Just the heart and soul, I feel like sometimes when the play needs to be made, it's his number that seems to happen. So congratulations to Jesse. But certainly Corey Andrews again with another double-digit tackles, 12 of them out there. And Braylon McBride coming in and throwing for 193 yards. Man, that's deserving as can be as well. But he got it last week. Let's give it to Jesse Voigtchild, the Valdico player of the game, and the Miners. 42-20 win, 7th in a row. These Singers have not tasted defeat to the Arrows.
Well, as Kevin makes his way to the field to speak to Coach Oliver during the interview, as you can see, we're doing the tradition here where all the Miner fans come out on the field with their families, and I know that obviously you can see a number of those members there on the field. We want to say, we're going to let this roll for just a moment.
Yeah, a lot of tired looking faces out there. See Cooper Smith kind of limping a bit. I know Voigtchild was limping a little bit. Applause to the Arrows quarterback. I thought he did a really good job, and I thought Leighton Huff, DJ Gaines, these are good solid players for the Arrows. As we'll be waiting, and I'll recap the scoring until we see Coach get over there and I can stop. The Miners, Paul Ridgway is the first one to cross the line for Sullivan at the 122 mark in the first quarter. So both teams able to move the ball down the field, but both teams fail and score about the 20-yard line. He's going to score. Then they go for two. Ridgway gets sacked by Howard. The Miners answer by driving the length of the field. Russell Goodman, they got it? Yeah, he's right in the middle here. A 2-yard run by Russell Goodman. McBride gets sacked on the PAT to 8:11 mark of the second quarter. It is 6-6. Then with 32 seconds, Carson Granby on a blown play. The Miners have the quarterback 2 or 3 times stopped. He makes a great personal effort. Fires the ball down the sideline. The Miners had fell asleep. 77-yard touchdown with 32 seconds to go. Carson Granby. And that makes the 2-point conversion is no good. And that makes it 12-7 in favor of the Arrows. But answered right back, a personal foul call gives the Arrows to kick off the ball at the Miner 45. And explicitly, they don't kick it in the end zone or squib it. They kick it down to about the 8 where Jesse Voigtchild flies up the middle. He gives a stiff arm to Hauger, cuts to his right, outruns the Arrow defense and goes lead distance, 92 yards. Extra point is a Russell Goodman run. The Miners going at the half on top 14-12. The second half starts. The Miners answer right off the bat, go down the field. Russell Goodman scores from 5 out with 9:51 to go. The run doesn't, extra point fails. It's 20-12 at that point. And then Jesse Voigtchild is going to score on a 6-yard pass from Bailey McBride. Just 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like a comfortable 28-12 Miner lead, but the Arrows shoot right back down the field. In the fourth quarter, 9:59, it's Zane Catlin, a 15-yard run. The Miners had him. He broke through. Leighton Huff is going to run the 2-point conversion, and they're within 8, a 20-12 contest at that point. And a lot of nervousness come down as the Miners had to give the ball back to the Arrows, back and forth. And eventually the Miners come down the field with 2:10 to go. It's Jesse Voigtchild, a Hart's 11-yard run. McBride punches in the 2-pointer, makes it 34-20. And then icing on the cake, Voigtchild actually fumble on the kickoff, a big hit by Hayden Feltner. The recovery by Chris Lyons. The first play after it is Jesse Voigtchild from 16 yards that stops the scoring at that point, and it ends up a 42-20 lead. A lot of scoring in that fourth quarter, 3 different touchdowns, a lot of scoring in the second half, actually. Still waiting for Coach Ollie to make his way down to about the 45-yard line where we see, waiting for Kevin maybe to do some sprinting. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, we should mention that our next broadcast is Monday evening when the Owen Valley Patriots come to Linton Stockton High School for the junior varsity volleyball game, and we're very excited about that. That will be actually game 1 of 3 for us next week. Then we also want to do some reminders, too, that the Scholastic Book Fair in the elementary starts this Monday, and so you're going to be seeing some information posted from us on our Facebook page starting this evening, actually later tonight. So gives you some information on how you can add money to your kids' account, and also what days are going to be family days as well. We also want to mention and remind you that our next broadcast at home is 3 weeks from today, and this is homecoming, and we're getting ready here to go to Kevin, Leah, and Coach Oliver.
There's no practice.
Welcome here, Coach Oliver, joining us after this 42-20 win. Coach, it didn't look like this was going to happen this way about halftime.
Well, it never does one where it's Linton Sullivan playing. However many times we play, whatever, it's always going to usually be a decent game, a solid game, and it's no different tonight. I mean, we came out a little sluggish. They got a little momentum. Jesse Voice-Child got us the big score right before half, and, I mean, that got us the momentum going into halftime. And we got the ball, and we was able to score again coming out of half, and that was huge. And those were big momentum swings, and we fought the momentum tonight, but that's what happens in a big rivalry game between Linton and Sullivan.
I think you saw tonight of how important it is to be a disciplined team, because Sullivan came out really and shot themselves in the foot time and time again with either a penalty or a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, they made mistakes, and it cost them. I mean, we had a couple going in the red zone that was kind of miscues here and there. It wasn't, but it's high school kids. I mean, they're going to do that stuff in the pressure situations, and so our kids were able to make the plays when we needed to. And I mean, we forced a turnover there late. Heidenfelder knocked that out, and it was just it was a good night to be a Miner.
There were some sticks defensively too, Coach, that got some oohs and ahs from the crowd up here by the Miners.
Well, you look, when you got Corey Andrews running at you, I guarantee there's people looking out for him because he's coming. He's going to hit you pretty hard. But then, yeah, you got guys like that, Jesse Voice-Child. I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you something about Jesse. And I don't know where you got questions later, but Jesse Voice-Child, if we had every kid on this team that was like Jesse Voice-Child, we'd be going to state, no doubt about it, because he is a tough kid, comes out, he puts a team on his back, and he does what he needs to do. And I don't care how short he is, whatever. He's pound for pound the toughest kid on our team, and he's definitely the engine that gets this team going. We're going to ride him a lot, and he's going to be sore this weekend, but he's going to celebrate because we got the win over Sullivan.
I think we just found out who the Boldico player of the game was.
That'd be my vote. I mean, you look at him, I mean, the next vote would be Braylon, and, I mean, you go there. But what Jesse did tonight, the kickoff return, the touchdowns, the plays on defense, I mean, he was a guy. He was on a mission tonight to make sure he didn't lose tonight, and I wish we had a lot of kids like him.
You said defense. You're going to make your name this year with defense. You did it again tonight.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we gave up one touchdown pass. It was a broken coverage. We thought the QB was going to run, so a guy got a little sneaky, and they got behind us. I mean, it's going to happen. And so, but when it comes down to it, our defense held up and made plays when it counted, and played a extremely good game and got pressure on that Q and put some hits on him. And we gave up some runs. We still got a lot of things to work out. It's week 4, half of the season.
But you're working them out at 3-1.
Yeah. And now it doesn't get any easier. We go to Boonville next week, a 4A school, very solid. But we're getting tested, and that's how we learn a lot. And it's a long season, and we're going to continue to learn.
Paul's still doing okay. Looked like a jump on the extra point might have.
It tweaks him, and he always gets a little nervous out of that, but he's fine. He was able to come back in later in the game. If we were going to have to go on defense, he was going to go in. It just kind of, when it moves a certain way, it kind of shocks him a little bit, and it takes him a minute, and he's good to go from there. But
Coach Oliver, thank you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you. See you.
All righty, and before I hang it up here, I'm going to talk to Leah one more time, because tell us again about the musical.
Hello. Sorry. Don't be a cotton-headed ninny muggins. Come see Elf Jr. on November 22nd through 24th at LSSC Auditorium, right here. The first 2 nights are going to be at 7 p.m. and the last night's going to be at 2 p.m. I believe. It's not confirmed yet. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We started rehearsals this week, and you will not regret seeing it.
A cotton-headed what?
Ninny muggins.
All right, back to you guys.
So welcome back up to the booth where the Miners celebrate a 42-20 victory. Get a quick rundown on the statistics. I completely forgot about Jesse running that kickback, so that made it even more obvious. Love what Coach Oliver said about Jesse. 21 yards per completion, 81 actual % passing. Overall, the Miners 11 of 14, 192, finished with 379 yards total offense. For the Arrows, again, a nice performance by Paul Ridgway. He carries the ball 12 times for 40 yards. He passes the ball 15 times, completes 10 of those. That's about a 67%, 144 yards, and a long touchdown. The other guys carrying the ball, toughness from Leighton Huff, 17 carries, 58 yards, 34 yards for Lloyd Hogger on just 3 carries, 2 for 12 for Zane Catlin. DJ Gaines had 1 carry for 1 yard. The receivers, there were a lot of them. 3 for 23 yards was DJ Gaines. Carson Granby with the 77-yard touchdown. He had 2 catches for 79, a catch for John Taft, a catch for Zane Catlin, a catch for Caden Arnett for 13 yards, 2 catches for Ty Hamilton. They have 145 rushing, 144 passing. That's about as 50-50 as you can get, 289 yards total for them. Defensively, Linton led again by Corey Andrews, 6 solo tackles, 6 assist tackles, all unofficial. A tackle for loss for 12 tackles, 9 tackles from Hayden Feltner. Had a fumble that he caused. Jesse Voigtchild with 8 tackles, 6 from Russell Goodman, 4 Cooper Smith, 5 from Chris Lyons. And then we go ahead and look at the Arrows defensively. 9 tackles from John Taft, expected that. 7 tackles from Jaden Norris, and 5 each from Ethan Garrett, Peyton Carlson, and it looks like 4 from Jackson Tribble. Overall, game break-wise, the Miners with 379 to 289 advantage totally. 20 first downs for the Miners, 16 for the Arrows. For third downs, Linton was 6 of 11. Sullivan 4 for 10. Fourth downs, zip for 3 for Sullivan, and zip for 2 for the Miners. So not much success there. In the red zone, Linton was perfect, 5 for 5, 2 for 3 for the Arrows. Penalties ended up being 12 for Sullivan. A lot of those on offside. I could go back and count 47 yards. Linton with 3 for 30, but there were some other penalties that I didn't get on the books. And Kevin has made his way back up, Coach, right on the spot with the Voigtchild comments.
Wasn't that just perfect?
That was
It was
exact.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder or anything, but I thought when he just said that, it was perfect.
We already had named it. With his touch, 101 yards rushing, a 90-plus yard return for touchdown, and a 45-yard run earlier, kickoff return, and then defensively with 8 tackles too. So, I couldn't have described it better. I know his family's going to love to have heard that.
Yeah, it was a great compliment from a great coach. By the way, just shows how much I know about the game of football. And you corrected me kind of at the start of the game because I was looking at height and weight saying, oh, my gosh,
yeah,
Sullivan has the advantage here at 6'2", 273-pound average on the offensive line to our 6', 215. And yet, guess what? The Miners handled it.
Yeah, it's quickness over size. That's what Linton has done their whole careers is we've rarely had that 280-pound guy. Now, Hank Jennings is a good load down there, but it's all about agility. A big guy, Kevin, runs through the hole route. You just push him. You just push him, and you got running backs who'd go in between and outside and read that, and you get guys tired going. Jesse was coming left and right. They're chasing 10 yards down the sideline trying to get to him. You run that 3 times in a row. Those guys are gassed. You try running at them, you're not going to have – but you have to run at them. They did a good job on the inside, but we had some nice plays, and I tell you, couldn't be more prouder. These kids can go to bed tonight knowing they've not lost to Sullivan in their high school careers.
I had to chuckle when he was talking about, how tough they've got a lot to learn and everything. And I said, but you're 3-1. And he was like, yeah, that is good.
And the 3 wins came against very good opponents and were hard fought. The score is a 22-point advantage. But in the fourth quarter, this was an 8-point contest. And the Arrows had the momentum and had the opportunity. And the Miners, when they had to do it, they even withstood the penalty. They had a holding penalty and had to come back from that. We got a lot of things going good for us. Braylon McBride throwing the ball has been doing it. We just got to keep that injury bug from getting us. With one injury to one of those guys, and we're in all sorts of trouble.
So the final, 42-20, the Miners win it. And with that, I'll turn it over to Heather.
So as you see on the screen, the next broadcast is our next broadcast is Monday, volleyball, and then Thursday as well. But our next football broadcast will be next Friday, Evansville Bossy, as we travel to the Bulldogs. Boonville Bossy Bulldogs. So this will look a little different, and we're going to probably post this every single day this week, so there's no questions. But we will not be able to show the actual gameplay. What we can do is show the score clock. We can show sponsor ads. But Boonville wanted $1,000 for us to broadcast the live stream. And unfortunately, it's a Boonville Pioneers. Okay, well, I was given incorrect information then, and I will get that corrected. But this is not what we want. We want to be able to show every single game, but we are still dedicated to going and broadcasting the Miners and being able to show our sponsors. And we hope that all of you will take the opportunity to listen, and we will be kind of doing some shout-outs this week. We will be promoting our sponsors pretty heavily this week, the ones that have entrusted us to be able to provide this service to all of you free to view. So watch our Facebook page. We know that the Bloomington North JV Invitational is in the morning, and that's where our Lady Miners will be going. So we want to say good luck to them for tomorrow. We know that there's lots of other play that's happening tomorrow as well. The 8th grade middle school volleyball will head to Terre Haute. We know that right back here tomorrow is the 7th and 8th grade minors playing Terre Haute Boys and Girls Club, and that will be put up in automation only, so there will be no announcing and no play-by-play, but we would love to be able to have you to be able to see that. So we want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. For Big D Dan Phillips, Kevin Rader, Bill Riley, and myself, this is Rader Media Sports.